No, dude. You had no story when you went in there.
If it's not a story, that means you don't have a pace car and you're not driving it around town.
You put the thought in his head that I have some kind of a car.
Lieberman gets so worked up, but it's great.
It's the
But
most
it's like-
moronic argument.
Oh, my
and you're
God.
So passionate about it.
Lieberman goes like this. He goes,
Yes, hello, Red Gypsy.
Oh, good morning, Howard and everybody.
Good morning.
I was going to bring up a couple of things, although, Eric just did that. I wanted to say one thing, that I was at AGT, and Ronnie was totally professional.
You know, this Ronnie, I got to tell you, he really is insane. I didn't hear the wrap-up. Gary played me a piece of the wrap-up show with Ronnie about this car, and I turned to Gary and said, I think Ronnie's losing it.
What happened?
Well, I mean, I don't even understand. So John Lieberman says, "Hey, Ronnie." The story was Ronnie got a new car. Ronnie blew up, and he's going nuts. And I mean, and he's arguing. There was an argument on the wrap-up show. It made no sense. You got to hear this. Did you hear the wrap-up show?
No.
All right, listen to this.
The story was you have a pace car that you're driving around town.
What I had. That was the problem.
That was the story, and that's what I went on the air with. I didn't have all the details.
You came to me,
I didn't
John.
have all.
You came to me and said, I heard you got a new car. And you didn't say anything about pace car, schmace car. You said, I heard you were fishing.
Why does Ronnie care if someone says he got a new car? I don't even.
And so what if he's fishing? He has an objection to this whole thing.
And that's what we do. In other words, that's how you get paid. The way we make money is that John Lieberman is part of the Howard Stern show. Why, you are losing your marbles. Why would you be upset about the guy saying you have a new car? Who cares? And the reason he's in the hall asking you questions is he's making you a part of the show. He's making you famous. And then you go out and do Ronnie's block party and you make money and you get to meet fans. This is all you dreamt of when you were sitting in the car.
It's part of making you more compelling.
You're going crazy.
I've lost my mind.
I want you to listen to the playback.
I lost my mind.
I got a new car. You had no idea what the car was. You had no clue what it was.
I had from 3 different sources that it was a
stop with
pace
your
car.
sources
So I went
bullshit.
on the air with it, and then you confirmed it. So what's the issue? What's the issue here? There's no issue.
The issue was I confirmed it myself later on. You had no story when you brought it up. You had no story, John.
Ronnie, you're almost like I can't get through to you. It's like you don't have a normal brain.
I have a normal brain.
Listen to me. When you report, I confirmed the story with 3 sources, and then with you yesterday by blowing me off, you confirmed it.
No, I didn't.
You said.
I said nothing.
What did you say?
I said to you, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then when I kept questioning you, you finally said, yes.
What did I say?
I have a car. We're playing
I
the
said
clip
a car.
today on the news.
I didn't say what it was.
It corroborated what I had from
I could
3
have
other
a car
sources.
for 20 years already.
So I went on the air with it because I was confident in the story. I had it from enough
No, you weren't
people.
confident because you didn't know what the car was.
Doesn't
you had no clue
matter.
what the car.
I knew it was a pace car,
Oh, my
and I
God.
knew you had it at home.
Dude, you didn't
Why
know
do
what
I
it
need to
looked
know
like.
the year?
You're coming in with having them bring in different pictures, different colors. You're telling me the car's orange. You're telling me the car's pink. You had no clue.
The structure of
You
the
had
story
no
was true,
clue.
and I stand behind it.
Well, good. You stand behind it. I think it was bullshit.
You don't. How is it? So it's not true.
It's true now.
Thank you.
I
Thank
said it
you.
was
That's
true.
it.
I
Thank
said it was true afterwards when Howard asked me. I said it was true, not to you.
Do you hear this argument?
What are you doing, Ron?
I don't know. And I was going to say to him yesterday, you got to calm down. You get upset about everything lately. And then he starts attacking me. He says, Howard likes his electronic devices. Yeah, I do. And if they ask me if I got a new one, I'll tell them. I don't listen. If John
There's a difference
Lieberman,
between walking around and you got a new phone,
right?
And there's a difference between driving around in a car that stands out a lot, and I don't need people knowing it's me. That's all. I don't need people bothering me.
You got a car that people look at, and now you don't want them to know it's you?
To see it.
Yeah, they'll see it, but they don't have to know it's me. They don't have to know it's
Ron,
me.
Why buy a car that draws that much attention?
Oh, here he is. I don't want to deal
John
with him.
Lieberman.
I don't want to have to deal with him now.
You don't?
Why don't you care?
Let's
I can't stand him.
Why?
I can't stand the man.
But Ronnie, he's part of the show. He's doing his job.
He's a shit reporter.
Is this on right?
Yeah.
You don't even know how to put a microphone on. It's on backwards, you idiot.
Oh, dear.
This is a different one than I normally use,
boo-hoo.
Ronnie.
It's different than he normally
You
uses.
have become such You're an ignoramus. You don't know what you're speaking about. You came up to me in the hall about 5 minutes ago. You say, I know who your sauce is. I know who your sauce is.
It's a source.
Yeah.
I said source.
You didn't
you
ask
say
Richie
sauce.
Wilson.
Oh, ask Richie Wilson.
What is the story with this car?
Play what I did to him yesterday, how I made him blow up.
What do you
Play
mean?
that.
What is that? This is it, no?
When I said he was a shit reporter, how he went ballistic.
Well, here, I mean, I'm in the middle of the Ronnie argument.
So
That's
what's
what I'm
the
bringing
issue?
out.
You're
That's what
confirming my story.
No, dude. You had no story when you went in there.
If it's not a story, that would mean you don't have a pace car and you're not driving it around town.
You put the thought in his head that I have some kind of a car.
I don't know. I don't know which part you're talking
It's
about.
right towards the end.
I think that's all I have. They give me clips.
Oh, he went crazy.
I did not go crazy. What
his
I was
eyeballs
saying
were
to you,
bulging.
Ronnie,
They were falling
was
out of his head, dude.
I was making...
Listen, let me explain this to Ronnie. The reason we hired him
I don't care.
is because...
I don't care where you hired
Yeah, but you're working
I don't like
here.
him.
Yeah, you don't
You
like
don't
him.
have to like me.
I don't
you
like
don't
you.
have to like me, but you can politely say no comment. But you see, when
All
your
right.
reaction
Wait a
is
minute,
so
wait a
out
minute.
of bounds...
That's all I have to say?
Sure, you can
No
say
comment
no comment
on any story you come to me with.
You know
from
what?
now on.
I just don't
I don't
understand.
like you.
So if it's about Ronnie's block party,
Send
Okay,
Lisa.
promoting...
Send Lisa to me. I love
Fine,
Lisa.
I will send Lisa. Fine, no more block party stories.
Okay.
And you know what is out of bounds? I've never
What?
attacked you in terms of your security
I was just
job.
fucking with you
I
like
have
everybody
never-
fucks with me.
I have never personally attacked
sorry.
you.
You're
and
work
then
on the
May I
Stern Show.
please finish?
You work on the Stern Show. Take your fucking medicine like I do.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Hypocrite?
Take your medicine. I take it all the
Ronnie
time.
doesn't know what hypocrite means. You explain it.
No,
to me.
I don't.
sorry.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I'm stupid.
But
I'm fucking stupid.
you attacking my reporting is ridiculous, and I'll give you an example.
Don't look
there
how
are a number
defensive you
because
are. You sound like me now.
when I go up
Go
to
ahead.
Gary, and I ask him a question, he is forthright. I say, Gary, I
Because
heard.
all the stories you do on Gary are...
No, because
Gary's running for park recreation there. Gary...
Let me give you an example of a story I did yesterday that Gary didn't want reported. I say, Gary, I heard you were in a car accident. I had
Whoa,
two
really?
sources.
What happened?
I had two sources
What
telling me he was
happened?
in an accident. And you
How
know what
come
Gary
killed
does?
it? How come he killed the story?
It was on the air yesterday on Howard 100 News. You don't listen?
No, I hate the news.
Oh, so you can criticize,
I don't
but
like.
you don't listen
I don't
to
like
what we
the
do?
stories. I don't like your stories.
Okay.
I only
Ronnie,
listen to
you
Lisa's stories
understand-
and Shuley. They're the greatest.
You know what?
reporters.
When we
Shuley's
even
awesome,
Scott
man.
DePace,
Shuley is
even
the best
Scott
reporter,
DePace,
man. He's even funny when he does his stories.
What about
even
Scott DePace? Yes.
when I confronted him yesterday about some allegations that I've been
I know
hearing.
what you're talking about. There was this TV camera was supposed to be covering him. He was having a meltdown about something, and he had the cameras turned off. He's instructed people not to shoot his picture.
There are a lot of things.
I got word about.
Don't
this,
shoot
and
him when he's leaning back in his chair either.
And I will take this up
Don't
with
do
Scott
that.
off the air.
Hey, bring it up because, dude, there's no truth to that. Let's go. Howard.
Well, here are what my sources say.
My sources. Here he goes again.
I have multiple sources
Oh, I know
around
you
here,
do, man.
and I protect them. That's why I
you
get
pay
these
him
stories.
Probably.
Yeah,
you
I
fucking
pay them.
pay him. Little informants. Little.
Yeah, because I'm not spending my
little
money on pace
jackasses
cars.
that you fucking run around chasing after.
Howard,
what'd you
here's
find
what's
out
going
today?
on.
Can I
You
say
little
something?
fucking spies.
But can I say something to Ronnie? If you don't want to be noticed in your car, don't buy a pace car with writing all
It's
over
a collector's car, okay?
Yeah, but if you don't
Leave
want
me
to be
alone.
noticed, why
I
you-
don't bother you with what you do. Why do you
There are
have
a lot
to
of other
bother me
cars
what
you
I
can
do?
collect.
Why does that bother you so
No,
much?
I'm saying the logic there that you don't want to be
There's
on the
guys
news.
with 50 cars in their garage that collect cars.
No, but
I have one.
I have no
It's
problem.
a crime. I know.
But you
I'm
see, you don't want to
sorry.
ask John asking about your car because you don't want to be noticed. That's a car that you get noticed in. I'm sorry. I mean, you're going to be noticed in
Dude,
that
if
car.
they don't see me and they don't know it's
How are they not
me,
going to see you? There's glass in the fucking car. They can look in
and the
see
glass
you.
is tinted, okay? Just like when you get in a car.
It's not
the glass,
that tinted.
Oh,
They
it
can
is.
see through the
No,
front.
Is it legal?
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
What is that, Scott?
It's a convertible.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, okay. Do I have to put the top down, Gary? Do I have to?
But you will.
Do I have to put the top down?
You don't care if people see you in that.
Oh, stop it now.
You're
Stop
looking
it.
for attention. That's why you
No,
get a car like that.
Oh, please.
Hey, why have a convertible if you're not going to put the top down?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we
I had to
go.
get rid of
Here we go.
I had a convertible once. I put the top down. A guy jumped in the car with me, and I said, perhaps I shouldn't have a convertible. But I said to myself, it's silly to have a convertible if I can't put the fucking top down.
So you got rid of it.
Of course.
Now he's saying he wants a car that gets attention, but he doesn't want the attention.
Yeah, he doesn't want attention. You better do a follow-up story on that.
Oh, we already got it. He already said that he'll refuse to tweet out any photos of the car.
Right.
And he wants to know who my source is so that he
I know who your source is.
You absolutely do not.
I ain't telling.
Who?
I know
Why
who
are
it
you
is.
not
I know
telling?
who it is.
3. Name
I
them.
know who they are.
Name the 3.
I know exactly
Name
who
them.
they are.
Name one of the 3.
I know one of them for sure.
Who
is it?
I'm not telling you.
Why?
I'm not going to rat your rats out. I won't rat.
What? Why won't you?
I'm not going to rat your rats out.
Who do you think
You got rats all over the place.
Yes,
Yeah, I know
do.
you do.
Yes, I do.
I know you
and
do.
they're watching you.
Yeah, good. Let them watch me. Who gives a shit? Let them watch me.
You give a shit.
Look at you.
I'm just looking at you.
I'm
I
looking
can't
at
believe
you.
I'm seeing a grown man upset over a pace car that got out on the air.
I don't like you. I told you that. I told you that in the hallway.
And I told you do not have to
don't like
me.
you.
You don't have to like me, but you can say no comment.
No
I've had
comment.
many other people not like me.
No comment, and I don't like
Isn't it
you.
okay to rat a rat out, though?
No.
And give your idea on who it might be?
No.
Why? Why are
absolutely
you
not.
protecting them?
Why should I?
You're protecting his source?
Because I'm not like that.
Thank
I don't
you.
rat people out like he fucking rats people
I
out.
never rat people
Yeah,
out.
okay.
I never give up my sources on anything like this DePace thing. Let me tell you about this DePace thing.
Go ahead.
I have people running.
Everybody knows about that. The whole hallway knows
Yeah,
about
well,
what
he's
went
got
down.
a report on that.
I
What
have
do you
people
know about it?
I'm not saying anything. It's
All right,
not
so
my.
let
It's
John
not my
say it then.
business.
What we have
You know what,
confirmed
Ronnie?
is this.
You would make this show very successful.
Yeah. Ronnie, you don't understand. We need information so
Okay,
that
good.
we can have a show.
All right. Well, then let him do it. Let him be the rat
Well,
ass.
here we go.
Scott DePace,
Shit reporter.
according to multiple.
According to multiple sources.
Sorry, I heard the
Stinks.
shit reporter comment it.
Stinks.
You're a terrific reporter. Don't listen to him.
Stinks.
Could I please get this
Yeah, go
story
ahead.
out before I really have to take action?
Oh, ooh. Is that a threat or a promise?
No, I'm talking to Howard.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Be my
Go
guest.
ahead.
Multiple sources, Howard, say that Scott DePace
Multiple
has
sources.
set rules in the Howard TV control room.
I heard
he
that.
must be notified when he's being shot by a camera
Yeah.
because, in part, because he doesn't want any unflattering images of himself on the Howard TV behind the
Here's
scenes.
another
For
guy
example, when
who
he's
doesn't understand how we make a living.
For example, when he is sitting back in his chair.
Thanks, Scott,
Yeah.
for taking the heat off.
He doesn't want those moments captured. And in fact, I have confirmed he shined a mag light in one of the cameramen's cameras because they were trying to get a shot of him yesterday.
Has everyone gone nuts around here?
And he called,
can I
and he
say
called
something?
How are we
one
gonna
of
make
his
a living?
producers.
How are we
and he
gonna make a
called-
living?
You did call one of the producers back there unintelligent yesterday as well.
Is any of it true?
Wow.
Is any of that true? And I believe it is true.
Bits and pieces, but not for the reasons he's
Bits and
saying.
pieces.
Go ahead.
So the first thing is,
yes.
I simply don't want a camera spying on me. I have no problem when a camera. When I,
Me neither, asshole.
Well, none of us want a camera spying.
So
on us.
all I requested was that they let me know when they're shooting and when I'm in the control room. I'm in the control room doing my thing.
Yeah, but something went down that would have been good on Howard TV.
No, not once. I simply
What was the
said,
event?
I want to know. Now listen. So, no, let me explain to you.
John, what was the event
No, let
that
me
he
explain.
boycotted?
Let's hear, Howard, with all due respect, let's hear what he says so that I can contradict it with facts.
On the life of my kids, I never told them they can't shoot me. Never once.
But the other day they couldn't shoot you.
They could too.
They have to inform
no,
you.
all I said is just let me know. So it went, a couple of segments went by when all of a sudden I look over my shoulder and there's a camera there and I'm like, hey, can you just let me know? So then apparently, so they were letting me know, but it wasn't loud enough. I wasn't hearing it. So I said, well, can you tap me on the shoulder or do something so that I know you're shooting me? And that was the whole controversy.
But I thought there was something going on that was of particular interest, and the guys were afraid to pick up the camera because they couldn't alert you during it because you were having a meltdown.
Yesterday, my switcher was melting down. I'm doing all this stuff, and you were yelling at me because there was shit in the monitor.
Right.
Rightfully.
Was that the incident?
No, there was another incident as well. During when
Tell Lee to get in here.
When Kelsey, the woman with the large breasts, came in, and there was the jumping jacks incident back in Howard TV.
Right.
My sources tell me that Scott told them not to shoot it, and in fact yelled at Greg Carmel, the cameraman, for documenting the event when he was just doing his job.
That is a lie. That's libel. I'd like
then
to
let's
take
get
that
them
person
in
to court.
Then let's get them
Whoever
in here.
That person is.
I have
that was a flat out lie. The only
So
reason
are
I did
you-
it was because there was a camera.
Are
there.
you censoring what is being shot of yourself?
Never once. No.
You're not censoring.
Can I ask a question? I got a question.
Not that I'm aware of.
Scott, if you get into an argument with somebody, somebody doesn't have time to tap you on the shoulder, but it's interesting. Will they get in trouble if they shoot?
No, I'm talking about that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I'm doing my job and over my shoulder there happens to be a camera there, and not when I'm arguing with someone. That's of course fair game.
Nobody shoot it yesterday when you were having a huge argument in the hallway, and Jason went out, and everybody was afraid to shoot it because they were told they can't shoot you.
What is this?
All right,
this
listen
is a
to me.
bunch of
All right,
bullshit.
listen to me. Yes, Doug, what do you want to say?
Bring one of these people in here. Is this one of them?
That's one of them.
No. I'm actually going to defend Scott.
Listen, let me say something. Never mind your defense. Here's what I'm going to say.
Well, I'll tell you what
I got to cut through the bullshit.
He's not interested in that.
Everyone, cut the bullshit. None of you are superstars. I am a superstar. You are not. The reason people know your name is because of me. Why do they know your name? Because we make everyone part of the show. You don't pick and choose what you can be part of. Get the cameras on and let's go, baby.
Can I just tell you what happened?
Jason
saw this fight, part 2. Now, I don't know why John, the great reporter, is not reporting that he has this all on. He was in there with the microphone. They had part 1. It was all on camera. It was all on. He recorded it. So they picked it up in the hallway after the show, and I guess there just wasn't a camera around.
Why don't I have the tape this morning?
I don't know.
In other words, if it were anybody else, you'd be Gary. You're not going to believe this. Jason and John Hein had a huge fight. Here's the audio.
Good point. Why is it not being
we
shown?
can. I think you're going to be bored.
Is there an edict, Doug?
Why didn't you do this?
Is there an edict? I did the story yesterday on Howard 100 News with Lee versus Scott.
So,
but is there an edict that Scott cannot be shot in unflattering positions when he's leaning back in his chair?
No.
Well, I don't think I want to be shown that way. And if I knew a camera was on me, I probably would straighten up. Of course, I'm not an idiot.
And that's the point here. The point, what Gary is saying is, cameras can shoot Gary ad nauseum, but you are putting rules on what cameras can show.
Well, if that's true, then tell Gary to turn that camera on 24/7. I want to see what he's doing in his office.
It's on all the time during the show.
No, it's not. He hits a button and it goes on for 10 seconds.
That's after you fucked me last year. But also, every day I'm here.
All right.
Lieberman, you got this one wrong, pal.
I did not get this one wrong. I totally stand by this.
All right, as long as it's straightened out now.
Yeah, sort of.
Everybody's a superstar right here. Ronnie doesn't want to be asked questions.
Yeah, they're all going no access.
No access. No access. We won't have a show anymore.
Never said it.
Lieberman, good job.
Thank you.
Bullshit.
Good job. Bullshit.
No comment. Scott.
Well, I got King of All Blacks wants a comment. Thank you, Red Gypsy. King of All Blacks, yes.
Yeah, Ronnie and a couple other people up there, they want to be you,
right?
But without the criticism,
right?
Like, they just want to chill and be a superstar, but they want to be you, like, because it seems like you don't get any criticism from people,
right?
So they want to be like you, and,
right?
And what's going to happen eventually is that they're going to grow a hatred to you,
right? King's on track with this.
Yeah, you know I'm always on track.
Not always, but this time you are.
Yeah, I was like, boy, he's making sense.
Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. All of a sudden, he's making sense.
How's my phone sound?
The phone
not
is
that great.
It's not great. I don't know why, but thank you, King. All right, Mark, you have the last word on this, and then I really do have to take a break. And then we'll do a nude workout and a lot of other things, Robin. If you get undressed during the commercial.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, smart.
Everybody else, too.
Yeah. Not just you. Oh, what is it, Mark?
I love you, Howard. I got to say, Ronnie seems to be a bit insecure. I think he realizes he might be in over his head, and he's pedaling desperately to try to keep his head above water. That might be why he's so offensive every time he thinks someone's attacking him.
Yeah, he goes on the offense. You're right. I mean, guy says to me, "Did you get a new car?" He's like, "I didn't get a new car. Fuck you, you asshole." Yeah, I mean, but the cursing.
You brag about that, wouldn't you? I mean, shouldn't that give him bragging rights?
Sure. Why not? Listen, Ronnie says Howard has his things. He likes new electronics. If Lieber says you get a new phone, yeah, I got a new phone.
Hey, Howard.
And he talks about it.
I can almost understand why DePace would be kind of ticked off. He just doesn't, he doesn't want unflattering pictures of himself taken. I don't think that's right that he makes that edict, but that's his edict.
Yeah, he certainly takes unflattering pictures of us.
I don't understand the Ronnie thing even for a second.
Yeah, well, no.
I mean, Ronnie wants to be a judge on the intern beauty pageant. Ronnie wants to come in here and help out with Kelsey and the bathing suits. But the other part of that is also allowing yourself to be exposed in other ways.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Well, the best is I bought a car that everyone will look at, and I don't want them looking at me.
Yeah, he doesn't want attention.
So either he's crazy or he's retarded.
He's got to calm down a little, and you know what it is. He's getting very big with his Ronnie Block party.
I think you need some psychotherapy.
That's the problem. You're getting a little. You got the Ronnie Block party.
Right, Fred.
What?
I'm crazy. I told you that.
I'm just really trying to understand this, Ronnie. I don't understand like the venom towards Lieberman. I mean, Lieberman's just doing
Fuck
his
Lieberman.
job. Why?
He's a shyster reporter. I don't like him.
He's a what?
Shyster.
A shyster.
A shyster's
I don't
a
like
lawyer.
him.
You know what a shyster is?
Yeah, I know what a shyster.
What is a shyster?
Never mind.
All right, that's right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Listen.
But you're funny too.
Calm down.
No, I don't. What am I doing? I'm not
Look at
doing
me.
anything.
That's right. You do nothing.
I'm not doing.
So be happy. You got to go.
I do. Yeah, here we go.
Well, I
Here
just
we
agreed
go.
with you.
Here we go.
I agreed
do
with you.
nothing.
You do. You said I don't do anything. I go. I agree.
All right. You're right. I do nothing.
Wait, I agree with you.
I do nothing. You're right. Why do you have me? If I do nothing, you're right.
If I agree with you,
I'm part of the wallpaper.
No, you're right.
I'm fucking crazy. I told you that.
Didn't you have Lieberman to your house for a barbecue? Didn't you have Lieberman to your house for a barbecue?
Yeah, because I like his girlfriend. I can't stand him.
Oh. What, John?
No.
Didn't he have you to a barbecue?
And his nice son. He has a nice son.
Yeah.
But he's a douchebag. I'm sorry.
You like his girlfriend and his son.
Okay, let me tell you something. Jim McClure just sent me an interesting email, and this should put this to rest.
Look at you.
You told everybody at the barbecue.
Look how angry you are.
You told everybody at the barbecue that you had, which I attended.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That about the pace car. So it can't be a secret. You wanted it known. I didn't hear it there, but you wanted it known.
No, I told friends of mine what I was doing.
Oh, you know when
You're
you
not my
tell
friend.
people that it's going to get... You're not my friend either.
Good.
And by calling on me to be fired yesterday, that is extremely disrespectful.
Look, yeah, that's the part you missed on the wrap-up show.
Because I would never question you in your capacity. I would never say, Howard,
Dude,
I think this guy should be fired.
I was tweaking your buttons just like everybody else does to me. And you didn't like it at all.
And
you
DePace,
went off the deep end when I said that to you.
And
you
DePace
went
is a
off
man.
The deep end.
I will give this to
Ronnie,
DePace.
You went over the line. He never criticizes your job.
Never.
Oh, I was screwing around with him like everybody does to me.
You
Okay.
went over the line.
All right. Yeah, I go over.
I don't make personal attacks.
I go over the line.
You said he's not
I
competent.
go over the line.
You
And
said
at
he
least,
was incompetent.
Look, at least Scott DePace stood...
Yes, sir, General.
At least Scott DePace stood there. Listen to me. At least Scott DePace stood there just now and answered my questions.
Good for him.
Admitting that he has put rules on when the camera can shoot him. He must be alerted.
You're Jewish.
You just told me...
Dude, you're Jewish. What are you talking with your hands for? Jewish people don't talk with their hands.
Scott, you just told me...
Italians do, like me.
Scott,
what the hell's wrong with you?
Scott, you just told me that you
Look at him.
alerted everybody that you have to be told when you are being shot.
Where's your black dick, man? Let me see it.
Yes, that's true.
Thank you.
think Ronnie's
Howard, did you hear
yes,
that?
I listen, you don't have to justify this to me.
You're so upset.
I am not upset at all, but I don't like. I do not like when my professionalism and my profession is questioned. I know how to be a reporter, and I am not here to explain to you. I am not here to explain to you the fundamentals of journalism.
All right,
you're going to blow an eye vessel like me, man. Look out.
But now you pissed off John.
I'm done.
Did he just throw down the
Yeah. It's getting crazy.
Everybody around here is nuts.
Mark, go ahead because I got to take a break.
I feel for you, Ronnie. It really sucks when it feels like people are teaming up on you.
Well,
but, hey, you got people out there that are supporting you. I'm not sure where they are, but they're out there, okay?
Teaming up on him. They asked him if he got a new car.
Yeah. I don't know quite what to say about it. Maybe he's self-hating and projecting it on others. I can't quite...
I mean, what kind of question is that to blow up over?
Don't you want to know about Ronnie's new car?
Yeah, but He certainly doesn't want me to. That's why I want to
But he's driving around in a pace car. I mean, he's not in the Indy 500.
That's like waving a flag.
I mean, that's like me going out in my Fartman costume saying, please don't comment on what I'm wearing.
It's like skywriting and saying, please don't read the note.
Right. I mean, what is that?
It's like a woman walking out with Band-Aids on her nipples
I'm
and
going
saying,
to walk
don't
out of
stare
my
at my
house.
tits.
I'm going to walk out of my house naked and then say, please don't comment on it. I mean, what is that? Yeah, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, if Ronnie can't handle jokes about his pace car, how's he going to handle all the jokes after Richard blows him? Because even if Ronnie takes the joke, he's going to get jokes about it for the rest of his life.
All right, thank you, Matt. You had the last word on that.
I'm telling you, we're getting into a weird area with those two in a funny way. So it's out there. So Ronnie's doing this weird move. Ronnie's just leaning against the wall, and Ronnie's at the far wall, and Lieberman's over here by the green room, and they're just yelling at each other. And Ronnie's like the guy in the movie, like the gangster, like flipping the coin. He goes, "You're a shit reporter." And I don't know why, but Lieberman goes, "Fuck you! I'm not a shit reporter." I'm telling you, it's getting weird.
Oh my God. Do they know that?
It's completely repetitive, by the way. Like you could go out there an hour, and the conversation will have not changed
Get
at
them all
all.
started up again. It's like that Star Trek.
But Ronnie has figured. But here's the funny thing. Ronnie has figured out if he calls him a shit reporter, it gets under his skin.
Right.
But Ronnie can't. We talked about this on Rapid News. Ronnie doesn't understand how you rile him up to get under his skin. He doesn't. No, he doesn't like me. I go, but you don't really not like Lieberman. You're just fucking with him. He goes, I know. It's very interesting.
John, why did you finally crack with this Ronnie nonsense? What pushed you over the edge today?
Calling me a shit reporter.
I only speak the truth.
But you're typically able to separate the two. You're typically...
I am, but you know what, Greg? I am able to separate the two, but I don't like to be called a shit reporter in front of millions of listeners and viewers of Howard TV. I mean, nobody likes their professionalism questioned, and that was the point. I've never once questioned Ronnie's professionalism. I've never once said Ronnie's a bad security guard, or Ronnie isn't good at his job, or Ronnie isn't good in this way. I was simply reporting a story, which, Greg, I want to point out, turned out to be true. The story I reported was true. He has a pace car. That is the bottom line here. And Ronnie trying to tell me how to be a reporter is completely and utterly ridiculous. And then suggesting that I should be fired goes too far. It just goes too far.
What do you think this speaks to? I mean, why would Ronnie take these roads? Why would he go down these avenues?
Because... Fuck. Because when you have no defense and you're backed into a corner, you scratch and claw your way out. And that's
I'm always watching you.
Exactly. But this Ronnie thing is not going to end, because the reality is, when you break it down, he knows how to push my buttons and I know how to push his. This may go on forever.
Just remember, I'm here behind you, man. I'm always around.
Watch those cupcakes. He's putting on a few pounds with the cupcakes.
He's worried about me watching cupcakes. You should be watching the TV screen, man.
Is it safe to say that the honeymoon is over? That your little golden era that you enjoyed
my
the first
1 year.
year?
You know, this week marks my 1 year. I think the honeymoon, or maybe it was, it marks my 1 year. So my honeymoon's over. But, you know, at the end of the day, we'll just have to see what happens moving forward.
Keep up the good work, John. It's a sign of your solid reporting that you've started to crack some of the team members around here.
Thank you, Greg. You're next.
Sucks.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
You get a special kind of kick out of when you get a rise out of John Lieberman or any of the news reporters.
You know, everybody's got their guy they pounds on around here. I'm one of the guys that gets pounded on by everybody. So you know what? I like giving it back now. I like it, man. I'm pounding.
No more punching bag.
I'm pounding, man.
You're doing the punching.
I found my punching bag.
And that
I know how to get to him. I know how to get to him, man. Could you close that door, please?
Why did this story
in
particular get to you? I mean, there have been far worse things reported about you than having a pace car.
I just want to be left alone. Leave me alone when it comes to that.
But don't you
Do you want people following you around the fucking street?
Well, of course not. But don't you think...
I mean, I don't mind. I like people. I like doing the comedy shows. I like going out there and seeing everybody. But I don't need them following me around in my car. Do you get my point on that?
Do you not like
Do you get my point on that?
I thought that was a rhetorical question.
Do you get my point?
Yes.
That's all I'm asking.
Yes.
Do you get my point?
Yes.
Never mind. You're like the rest of them.
But why did this story in particular really set you up? There have been far worse things.
I just told you. What don't you understand about that?
I guess I didn't get your point.
What don't you understand about that?
Yeah, I guess I didn't get it.
I guess not. Have a lovely day, please.
All right, Robin, let's hear from John Hein. John Hein, what's on the wrap-up show right now?
Scott DePace denies that he must be notified when he's being shot on camera.
Yeah, everyone's got rules all of a sudden, but we're going to clear all that up.
Edict in these parts.
Just keep I am the boss around here. Keep a camera on him. That's it. No more rules with it. Everyone has special rules. Tim all of a sudden goes, don't tweet this, don't put this on. This one, Doug Goodstein has the rules. Everyone's got rules around here. This is how we make a living. If you don't like it, you should work somewhere else.
So can we put a camera on you when you don't realize it's there?
There's a camera on me all the time.
No, but when you don't.
When I'm doing the show, during the show hours, there's a camera on me all the time. That's it. Wait, what do you?
I never once said it can't be. I just want to know when it is.
It's on you now. It's on you all the time. Now you know. So how can you not know? It's on you all the time.
So, all right, and
now you know.
That goes for everyone, right? I could just walk up behind him with a camera. Anyone here?
Sure.
At any time I want. That's what we do all day.
What do you think we're doing? What do you think's in the halls with Howard TV? You work for Howard TV.
There's a light on and you know that it's there. This is totally hidden.
What? Hidden? Get out of here.
Scott, when there's a
what
camera,
show do you work
the
for?
studio is not lit, so whenever there's a camera on, it should be a light on. No, that's where you're wrong, Gary, because I can't.
You don't see it as a camera?
I can't see the monitor.
All right, listen to me, Scott. I'm going to explain it again. It's so simple. There's a camera on you all the time. Now you know.
I installed my own camera for that. I don't want a camera sneaking up behind me.
Hold on.
We work on the Howard Stern show. We have cameras on. You work for Howard TV.
The director, not a.
The director. You ever watch the Academy Awards? They got a fucking camera on them.
I'm the producer, and Lieberman's. I'm the producer. Lieberman's a news guy. Lisa's a news person. Fred does everything, and we all participate in the show.
And Scott, if you do that, that means everyone else does that, and then we don't have a show. And Howard TV doesn't have a channel, and you got to go find a new job.
Why are you different?
Put the camera on Gary full time then. I want the camera on full time.
But we're not saying put it on you full time. We're saying when something interesting is happening, like in the hallway when two people fight, there's no light.
You know what? He clearly doesn't understand how he's paid.
No, both of you guys don't understand. I fully understand. I've never once said no.
Scott, the camera is on you during the show. That's it.
Here's what it really is about.
At any time.
I want to see. How do I know if Gary's doing
It's on all the time.
Can Gary's be on all the time?
Why is it about me? It's about you.
We have a camera in the hallway. They run around with it all the time.
Gary.
Here's what this is about, Howard. I'm going to tell you right now. This is what it's about, which is the stupidest thing. Sometimes when it gets late in the show, Scott slouches in his chair.
Right.
Like way down low, like almost like he looks like he's falling asleep. And he does not want to be shot like that. And he's told people, don't shoot me like that.
Shoot him slouching in his chair. I want to know when he's slouching in his chair.
That is not what
and the camera is now on, and it will be turned off.
And you have it wrong.
The camera is now on. In fact, if you look behind you, there's a cameraman. Take a look behind you. There he is. There's a cameraman. His name is Jason.
Oh, it's a big fat guy.
Yeah.
Give me your best.
The camera's now on, and it's going to be turned off in 2015 when there's no Howard TV and there's no more Howard Stern show, and then everyone will go get a new job where there's no camera.
Okay, I swear to God.
Don't slouch in your chair.
I'm sneaking up behind everyone with a camera. I'm going to find stuff.
Good.
I'm going to see.
Go ahead.
Doing stuff.
Good. I can't wait to see it. Howard
TV
TV fans will love it.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of tape.
Thank you. Gee whiz, he doesn't know the camera's on?
Scott, real quick. What's Howard not understanding about your...
Oh my God, fucking everything. Everything he gets wrong. It's unbelievable at this point. He doesn't understand that, you know, this is a 5-hour show. And to have a camera sneak up behind you, I'm not into. And you know what I'll do? To punish him, I'm going to clam up. And they're going to get nothing out of me. How about that?
Well, explain what you're doing. I mean, right here, you're having to pay attention to monitors. You're not able to know what you're trying to say is you're not able
Thank you, because
to see.
you're helping me out.
You don't have the visual cue of a light coming up behind you because that light would impede you from doing your job.
Right.
Just like if my light or Rob's light impeded one of them from doing their job, they require us to turn it off.
Yeah. Like if I did this to you, you couldn't shoot me.
Could potentially ruin my lens.
So, yeah, it's a sneaky thing. It's basically having a hidden camera on me all the time. So I don't understand why it's different with Gary. Why can't he have a camera on him all the time? And let me see if something is interesting or not. So, what do you do? I don't get it.
Did Roseanne lay down any rules? Was there anything to not speak about? And why does she put herself in that position where, I mean, she pretty much knows going in it's going to be a boatload of fat jokes and stuff. Like, I would guess, somebody said yesterday, would Howard put any controls on it? And I said, yeah, you probably would. I didn't say this on the air, but in my mind, you wouldn't want anybody to talk about your ex-wife. You want anybody to talk about your kids.
Right.
So why is, like, there's a mindset, like Roseanne's saying, the gloves are off, man. Fucking hit me wherever you want. And I don't know why
you would put yourself
yeah.
through, like, what is the...
See, the other thing, too, is, here's the thing. You're in a better position. I think there's a part of Roseanne that does it because there's a need...
To be in the limelight.
Or to be... Whether it's promoting a show that's coming up, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be there. I think everyone who does it needs to be there for a reason. I think there's a psychological mindset there that's a little weird that you should explore.
Okay.
Roseanne's supposed to call in just a minute or two.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, they had this roast for Roseanne. I compiled a bunch of articles. These are some of the jokes. A guy named Anthony Jeselnik said, Roseanne, what does it say about you that when you accused your father of incest, there was an outpouring of sympathy for your father? That's pretty good. Amy Schumer said of Roseanne, I was surprised you were running for president. I just think a lot of people just couldn't even picture you, like, running. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Seth Green said, the thing with Roseanne is she has enough money not to work, but she still does a TV show every few years to punish the rest of us. You've even had 2 reality shows, which is a lot for someone who is completely out of touch with reality.
Good.
Yeah. Katie Segal said, it's great to see Roseanne back in the spotlight. Technically, it's 2 spotlights, but you get the idea. A lot of fat jokes, you know.
Right.
Jeff Ross said, folks, in case you don't know where Hawaii is, it's just off the coast of Roseanne. And then he says to Roseanne, it means you're fat. You want to hear a few more of these?
Sure.
All right, Wayne Brady said, Roseanne, it's been said that you stole Sam Kinnison's style. You're fat, loud, and you died in the 90s. That's good. But Roseanne, you had to overcome a lot to make it in Hollywood, and that's why I love you. Bad marriages, mental illness, plus you look like Roseanne.
Oh.
You're oversized, beat up, and you reek of marijuana. You're kind of like Willie Nelson's tour bus, except people still want to ride that. I think that's real strong. Carrie Fisher said, you're a follower of the Kabbalah. How embarrassing for you, which is a form of Jewish mysticism. You know what else would be a form of Jewish mysticism? Hollywood giving you another show. Let's see what else. Gilbert Gottfried. Tonight it's our chance to end the reign of Rozilla forever. Evidently he kept referring to her as Rozilla.
Rozilla.
Everyone grab your torches and lead her to the pit. She'll think it's a barbecue. Rozilla.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see. What did Tom Arnold say here? A lot of these we heard already. I had Rosie's face tattooed on my chest. Believe me, it's hard for a woman to have sex with you when Roseanne is staring at her. Yeah. It's even harder to masturbate. Rosie, this is true. Had I loved Tom Arnold tattooed... Oh, I said, Rose... I don't know, this is weirdly written, but he had I love Tom Arnold tattooed... She had Tom Arnold... I don't know what this is. Rosie had I love Tom Arnold tattooed on her hip, which made me the 4th largest property owner in California.
Oh.
I knew there was a good joke in there somewhere. Rosie, there's no reason to be jealous of my wife, Ashley. She's tall and thin and wasn't even born when we were married. Plus, I've learned from your biggest mistake. I made her sign a prenup. I thought that was pretty good. To Roseanne's boyfriend, I want to say to you, man, no matter what, you've got to stick with this woman. She may not be the perfect wife, but trust me, She's the worst ex-wife on the planet. Literally. You do not want to be the guy on the couch with your date and hear how small your penis is on Saturday Night Live. And then The View, and then CNN, and then Al Jazeera. She holds a grudge. Recently, Roseanne got in trouble for wishing cancer on a Chick-fil-A customer. But you guys can all relax. If she had the power to wish cancer on anyone, I would have been dead in 94. All right. Not so good.
Well,
Anyway.
maybe it was his delivery.
Maybe he had a better delivery than I did. Oh, wait, Roseanne's on the phone.
Oh, good.
Hey, Roseanne. Roseanne?
Yeah, hi, Howard.
You okay, baby?
Oh, God, it's early.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Where
You're up
are
this
you?
early.
Still out in
I'm
Los
in
Angeles?
LA. It's like 5:30. Hey, can you swear on this show?
Yes.
Oh, fucking great.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want here. There's complete freedom of speech. Roseanne, why would anyone, especially a woman in your position, why would you put yourself through a roast? Seriously, from a psychological point of view, I mean, it's endless fat jokes. Like, I was even thinking about it for myself. Like, if someone said to me they want to roast me, I don't think I'd want to put myself through it.
Why? It's fun.
Is it, though? I mean,
well, it is. I mean, I'd say that over the whole, it took about 3 hours to film it, you know.
Right.
But, you know, when it was up and running, there's some damn good jokes, man. You know, it's good to laugh at yourself. It's, you know, it's kind of a test to see how sound you are mentally and spiritually and everything else, like a warrior thing. And I knew I could do it. And, you know,
but could
I knew
you
I
really?
could
But Roseanne, did you lay down rules? Like, I think if I had to be roasted, I think I would lay down some rules. I would say, look, I don't want you
course
talking
you
about my
would.
kids. I don't want you talking
Right.
about I wouldn't even want them talking about my ex-wife. I wouldn't want, you know what I'm saying?
I do, and I did. Yeah, I asked them, you know, not to make jokes about certain things about me, and I asked them to make sure that they didn't, you know, do the, you know, the kind of jokes they like to tell about any woman. I told them to class it up, bring it up to first grade, guys.
All right. When you say you laid down rules, what did you specifically say to lay off?
Well, don't talk about women's body parts and their smell and all that friggin' ridiculous kind of snake-like joke that a lot of guys think is funny, you know, and it's not, because there were a lot of women up there. So I just asked them to class it up, and you know they did. They did a great job.
Because then it's too easy. You said, like when
Yeah,
like sometimes.
no easy. Yeah, well, don't talk about no shit jokes. You know, when I did Roseanne, that was my rule. You're not getting one shit joke in there.
Or like your pussy smells, or this kind of thing, like where they just take a woman's private parts and just rip them apart, so to speak.
Yeah, because there's other things you can make fun of a person for besides their asshole.
Right, and when a guy said, when someone gets up there and says, "Oh, you know, Roseanne was molested as a child," which is something that caused you a lot of pain. Roseanne was molested as a child, and I feel so bad for her father. You know, that kind of thing. That didn't sting a little bit.
Actually, you know. Actually, I told him don't do, if you're going to do any jokes like that, you know, don't have it be like like Sandusky would laugh.
Right. Like where a guy would think, "Oh yeah, it's okay to molest someone."
Yeah, but the one that, you know, they did, I guess they're going to take it out. They've been real nice to me, and, you know, of course I wouldn't have done it if they hadn't listened, but,
right.
You know, there were two jokes like that, and, you know, one of them I thought was really funny. I didn't think I would, but they say they're going to take him out, and now I find myself saying, leave that one, which you never know what you're going to do, you know.
Which one was that? Was that the Seth Green? They say they're going to take out the Seth Green comment where Jeff Ross compared him to the shooter in, in Colorado. I think they shouldn't take that out. I don't think it was disparaging to the victims of that thing. It was more disparaging to Seth Green and his movie career.
Well, yeah, I guess they've had a few calls, and they're. But yeah, the whole reason you have a comedy channel and a comedy roast and that level of comics is to push the envelope and, to try to go over the line. I mean, that proves we have a country of free speech. If you're going to go over the line, where is the line? You don't know till you go over it, and I kind kind of think it's important to keep that. But I was going to tell you the joke that I did think was funny, that I was mad about getting molested because I didn't get the candy.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Jeff
thought
did
that was
one
pretty
too.
funny.
Yeah, that was brilliant, really.
Yeah, it's going the right way with it. I mean, of course, you know, Howard and Robin, we can tell jokes about anything. It's just how we say them, you know.
No, you're absolutely right. You know, I was saying, especially with this show, I've been in trouble many times because I don't even get the luxury of preparing my comments. Sometimes I'm talking off the cuff. Making people laugh is the hardest thing in the world.
You know what? But you're right, Howard, and it's like one of the most noble, too, especially in these tough times, you know, and that's why I wanted to do it, because I'm like, man, people need to laugh. I need to laugh, you know, and you know, of course, I just love jokes, and I love being around comedians, and I just love that level of thought and on-your-feet stuff, you know, Howard, that we do. It's awesome.
Roseanne, was there anybody there who tanked, in your opinion, who bombed, like didn't come off well making fun of you?
You know what? Nobody tanked. Everybody was real funny. There was, I thought, you know, of all the funny things that, I thought that the Wayne Brady, his joke was the one that most went over the line. And,
The Sam Kinison, you're fat, you're loud, and you died in the 90s, that thing, you had to overcome a lot to make it in Hollywood. That's why I love you. Bad marriages, mental illness, plus you look like Roseanne.
No, not that one. I thought those were kind of funny.
Right.
You know, there was just one that was like, ugh.
What do you say?
I can't remember because I have no memory because I smoke too much pot. But, you know, it was whatever where there was a cringe moment. But, you know, I just put my hands over my eyes on the cringe moments, and I only did that 3 times. And one was, of course, on the Colorado shooting one because, you know.
Yeah, that's a tough
although
one.
I think it should be there, and people, you know, they did get mad and like groan and stuff like that. But you know, you got to respect a brave comic that'll go out there. You know, look what happened to Gilbert.
Right.
We can't keep letting them take us down like that. You know, we have freedom of speech here.
Right, you're referring to Gilbert tweeted a tsunami joke after the Japanese tsunami, and he lost his
job,
he lost his gig and stuff. Yeah, it's a weird thing because you know people don't realize how hard it is to know that line. You know, and I told this story yesterday to Jeff Ross. I said I was on Letterman right after the OJ thing went on, and before any comedian made a joke, I went on there and made an OJ reference, a joke, and Letterman really kind of blasted me for it. And then 3 days later, he was making OJ jokes. It was suddenly okay. And that always struck me as like, well, someone's got to test the waters, right?
Yeah, and also I think psychically, you know, the one that tells the first joke is the one that kind of bursts the toxic bubble that we're, you know, it, like once we laugh at it, you know,
Right.
You know, we kind of heal it a little bit, I think, you know.
Yeah, it's a tough line. Did you recently apologize for some of your tweets?
You know what? I apologize that I used the wrong word to convey a thought. It's really hard on there because you only get 140 characters, and
right.
I used the wrong word. I realized after. I couldn't understand why people were so angry, so I reread it about 50 times, and I was like, well, what? And then it hit me that I had used the word deserves, and it's not at all what I meant.
You're talking about Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah, I said anyone who eats hormone-infused, antibiotic-filled, factory farm chicken, you know, deserves the cancer they're going to get. And, you know, that was after like 50 or 100 million tweets going, you're un-American. You know, I just got too pissed, and I spit out deserves, where I shouldn't have used the word deserves. What I was trying to say is, hey, if you eat shit, you're going to get sick.
Right, and you know, to me, now I will probably end up following you on Twitter because that sounds like you're saying something interesting, but as soon as you say something interesting along those lines, you get crap, and then it kind of beats the crap out of you to the point that you don't Twitter, and then you don't say anything interesting, right?
Yeah, I take a break once the idiot factor, you know, reaches tipping point. I just walk away for a while.
And with the Chick-fil-A thing, you know, I can't believe how many people don't understand. This isn't a freedom of. No one's saying the guy from Chick-fil-A can't say what he wants to say.
Well, he's trying to spin the shit, you know, and say now that it's freedom of speech. It is certainly not about that.
That's right.
People in America, they can't friggin' name the shit. You know, they can't be accurate and name the shit anymore. And then people make sure that they can't.
Yeah, it's subterfuge. The guy from Chick-fil-A, what I'm saying is, because I believe people have a right to get married and gay people have to have a freedom to should feel as good about themselves as anybody else. They're saying, hey, listen, why should we support Chick-fil-A if they're going to be like this?
Right.
I mean, the dopey guy should just keep his mouth shut and serve the stupid chicken. I mean, that's any good businessman knows that. Don't give your political views.
Yeah, especially when they're that extreme and they include like deporting gays. I mean, it's not just about gay marriage. He says it is, but that guy, Mr. Cathy, he gave $5 million last year to these real extreme anti-gay things that say that, you know, that gays should be deported, among other things, and that, you know, pretty much hate speech, setting them up to get, you know, attacked on the street.
Where does he suggest we deport them to? The moon? I mean, what, he doesn't have any gay
where's
people?
The gay state?
Here's what's the problem with a guy like that. He doesn't know any gay people. He doesn't have any gay relatives. He might even have a gay child.
Well, his name's Mr. Cathy. That's what cracks me up.
Yeah, Cathy. Well, maybe that's it. He's a little sensitive. Maybe he's trying to show how manly he is or something. I don't know. Now, are you still running for president?
Yeah, I'm still doing it, Howard.
And are you actually, like, in other words, when I go to vote, will I see the name Roseanne there?
Well, that's what it's really all about. The reason I'm doing it, Howard, is because it's about ballot access. Now, the party that I was elected, we're on the ballot in 14 states. The point is that a party, you know, other than this two-headed monster, this two-headed Republican monster, you know, there should be a third party that people have a real choice, not you know, two sides of the same coin. Like, okay, both Romney and Obama work for Wall Street. People should have a choice of a candidate who does not. And so, you know, that isn't even on the ballot in anything but 14 states.
What is the party?
That's kind of what I'm trying to increase.
What is the party you're with?
Peace and freedom.
And in other words, your point is, if I can get this peace and freedom third party on more, you get a certain amount of votes, and then automatically it gets added to the voting booth.
Right. Well, my point is that people should have a socialist choice in at least a conversation. It should at least be included in the conversation, since it is the thing that saved this country after the last time Wall Street fucked us.
If you so when you go into the voting booth, are you going to vote for yourself, or will you vote for Obama or Romney?
Well, you know, everybody has to ask themselves big moral questions, and you know, of course, I plan to vote for myself, because I do think that I'm the only candidate who isn't bought and sold and full of shit. And but you know, it depends. You know, of course, even though I think they're basically the same, I think Obama's better than Romney. I think that he's 2% better.
Mm-hmm. What if you actually? What if something bizarre happened and you actually become president?
Then this country would be on its way to prosperity and peace and freedom. If I was president, believe me, there's no way that I know exactly how to fix every problem, and I know exactly how to do it, and I do it immediately, like they did it in Iceland. Read about Iceland, Howard. They kicked out the Fed, the Federal Reserve, and their economy is booming after 3 months because there's nobody there just stealing their damn money.
Well, I read that part of your platform is, if you really do become president, you're going to drone attack Tom Arnold's house. What did you ask Willie Nelson to be your vice president?
I did, and he accepted.
He did, because the report I got was that he turned you down.
No. First he turned me down, and then he accepted. And I was so happy when he accepted my campaign and everything, and then like 1 hour later he withdrew. So
so you still don't have a running
I
mate?
want some of the shit he's smoking.
Yeah. Do you smoke a lot of weed? Because there were a lot of references that you smoke weed.
You know what, Howard? I have glaucoma, and I have medical marijuana. In California, it's legal.
Do you really have glaucoma, or is that just sort of something you got your doctor to go along with?
Well, it was cured, but she's still treating
Yeah, right. Well, she's treating it.
I'm almost all but blind in my left eye now, and you know, I probably have to have surgery and all kinds of crazy stuff. My eyes are, you know, nothing.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you baked like 24 hours a day? Is it that much pot use?
Oh no, I only I take about one drag in the morning, Howard. I don't I don't do it in the afternoon or at night.
Why the morning? That gets you sort of.
I have to read a lot in the morning, you know.
So you're saying it really does alleviate the symptoms of glaucoma?
Yeah, you have a lot of pressure in your eyes, and it does relieve it, and you can see better. But also, I just found out I also have cataracts. Christ, now I'm talking about how goddamn old I am. But can you believe cataracts?
It's depressing, isn't it?
Oh, it's just so fucking depressing. I guess I needed a laugh, and love being around people laughing. The audience was wonderful, and
yeah. And talk to me about the decision. Take me through this decision, because I had Tom Arnold on my show, I'd say about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And by the way, Tom did a really good job being on the show. He was witty, he was funny, he got people laughing. He was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and his time on
I'm glad people like him and think he's funny now. When we were married, everybody was saying he wasn't funny.
You're right. And I was one of them.
Maybe we would have got along better if we hadn't had all that pressure constantly saying, that he's not funny and all that shit, which I felt they were just coming after me anyway. But, yeah, he is funny.
But did that influence you in your relationship with him? Like, when enough people keep saying he's just using Roseanne for her money, he's not funny, he's a user, he has no talent of his own, do you start to actually believe the people who are saying that?
No, I never believed it because, he was, I knew he was funny. I hired him to write for me. That's how we, made a relationship. But, it did affect us like, that kind of stuff does affect couples.
You're damn right it does.
It made him feel real bad. And then he would get mean about it, but he directed at me. So that's what ruined it.
Yeah, I've apologized to him.
Go tell them. He'd go, you call them and tell them I am funny, and he'd be screaming until I did pick up the phone and go, hey, I want you to, and then he'd write down what I was supposed to say, or else, he'd just be screaming. So I go, I want you to know, and, part of me, of course, I wanted to defend him, but, it was just like, that was what my marriage was like, walking on eggshells. Anytime anybody said anything, I knew that, it was going to be an emotional price to pay. Like a lot of people who have unhappy, what do you call it?
Spouses,
it makes your life fucking hell.
Yeah, I never even stopped to consider that. Like all of the shitty thing, and I count myself among them, and I've apologized to Tom about this, because,
Well, hey, I thank you, because I'm damn glad I ain't married to that son of a bitch anymore.
Yeah, right, I know. But in a way, when you saw him at the roast, was there a part of you that still loved him?
I thought his head was fucking huge. I couldn't believe how big his head got.
Well, it seems like he's done some plastic surgery, right?
I have no idea. We haven't even talked in 19 years. I'll tell you, when he was coming on, first we heard that he did not want to do it, right?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, he was on my show, and I forget if we talked about it off the air or on the air.
No, it was on the air.
It was on the. He said something to me. If Roseanne asked me to do it, would you think I should do it? Was that it, Robin? How did it go down?
It somehow came up like that, and he was saying, "Well, I don't think she wants to see me. I would do it, but I don't think she is open to it."
Yeah, he asked my opinion. Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
I remember because TMZ had reported that they had asked him, and I remember him saying that he wasn't sure that he wanted to do it. He thought that it was bad for his mental health, that he was like in a good place, and he wasn't sure he wanted to stir all that up again.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think he was really nervous and sort of scared to sort of see you, and I don't blame him.
But then he started calling. Then he gave a call over to Comedy Central, and he told them, he would be happy. He would be very happy to do it if asked.
Yeah, well, I kind of said to him, I said, Tom, it will be the greatest showbiz moment to see you and Roseanne. I said, if you can get through it, and if you can, go there with a good spirit, it will be phenomenal.
Well, at first he said he would, like Willie Nelson. Then the next day he said he wouldn't. Then the next day his publicist said they wouldn't let him. I called him, and I left a message on his phone, and I said, hey, you have my personal guarantee that it's not going to get ugly. None of this roast is going to be ugly and filthy. Right. I at least, I have control over that, and they're very gracious. And I give you my word that nothing, to harm you or make you feel horrible or ruin your career or your life or anything like that's going to happen. And it's just a good opportunity for both of us to show the world that we've moved on, and this is a brand new day. And
but have you moved on?
My heart's in the right place, and I hope you'll show up and tell some jokes. Will be great.
Oh.
So then, the next thing, people came in my, but I want to say, I thought it was a good enough roast without him, but I thought, well, everybody kept asking me, so why not give the fans what they want, right?
Well, your first reaction was, hey, I don't want him. He was the one guy you made a stipulation. I don't want him on the roast, right? That was your initial reaction.
No, I always thought, that I would ask him.
Oh, you did?
Everybody wants to see that. So, I mean, my first thing is, I want to entertain the audience. So you got to do what you got to do, right?
What do you think that is about performers? That you'll actually put your own mental health at risk just to please the
I wasn't
audience?
putting my mental health at risk at all.
Well, seeing him again might set you off in the sense that, like, you go, oh, what the fuck? I'm done with this guy. I don't want to be a part of this guy anymore. But you know what? Fuck it. It's going to be great television. I'll put myself through it.
Well, I knew that. It wasn't going to I know I don't have any emotional investment in it whatsoever. So I knew it wasn't going to upset me unless, he took off after me. But I knew he was smarter than that because, I figured the first time when he said no, it's because he can't take the retort. And, it's a harsh retort.
Right.
But, he took it, so I thought that was brave. But afterwards, I thanked him and I said, well, onward and upward. Good luck to you in your life. And, it's a good thing. Also, all the shit going on in our country, all this hate, I sort of thought, hey, if I can have this moment and show it, maybe I'll influence other people. Get past old shit. Even politically, countries, maybe there can. I say in my act, or when I followed him, I said, I realized that if I could bury my boiling, ceaseless hatred for Tom Arnold, there could maybe be peace in the Middle East.
Yeah, no, I remember. I mean, it was such a vicious hatred in the sense that you even said, hey, he took millions of dollars of mine that I had in a box or something. I don't remember the exact story you told me. But, you felt he had stolen from you. And so I guess my question was, gee, when you really go through something like that and you still kind of harbor those feelings and you finally just kind of wipe this guy out of your mind, you don't have to see him anymore, this, that, and the other thing, you kind of put that all aside to please the audience, and that's what's crazy about performers, myself included. There's sometimes I'll do stuff I don't even want to do, but I know it'll be great television or radio.
Yeah, you're right there. And comics and stuff, we'll do anything for a laugh. I mean, of course, we've all embarrassed ourselves at some point, but that's just part of it. We're open people and honest.
But Tom's very well off now. Do you think he should pay you back?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. Yeah, I know you do.
I sure do.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm saying
that's my kid's money. He definitely should pay me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but somehow you put that aside, and even after the roast, it would have been awkward if you didn't go up to him and say anything. So you walked over to him. He didn't walk over to you.
No, he went backstage, and I came backstage, and I just, I said, I really, think you were brave, and you really did great. Your jokes were good.
Did he go to hug you?
Funny.
Did he hug you?
Well, that. Of course he did that, but that was on the stage.
I see. But when you were backstage, did he shake your hand or hug you?
No, but I patted him on the lapel there, and I said, onward and upward, Tom. Let's roll. Let's go.
There was a report that backstage he tried to steal your purse. Is that true?
No, I didn't have a purse.
You did not have a purse.
No.
You do not have
to bring it.
After he was done and he came off the stage, I was like, oh, no, that was an awkward moment. And I just kind of held my hand up so he could kiss my my hand like the Pope or something.
Right.
But he went for the full hug, and I was like, oh, God. That one I was a little scared of, but, it was okay. There wasn't no dagger in his hand from my back or anything.
So when we watch the Roast of Roseanne Sunday night at 10 o'clock on Comedy Central, we're going to see Tom hugging you.
You know what you're going to see, though? You're going to fucking see so many funny comics, with great jokes. And, Gilbert, he just put me away. Gilbert made me almost fall on the floor and pee my pants.
Yeah,
Gilbert is a great roaster.
Yeah,
he's a great comic.
Yeah.
He called you Rosella.
Everybody was funny.
He called you Rosella.
Rosella was the funniest damn thing I've ever heard in my life. I couldn't get my breath.
Did you wait?
You know who was really funny was that new girl, Amy Schumer.
Amy is really funny.
She's terrific. In fact, she said of you, I was surprised you were running for president. I just thought a lot of people couldn't picture you like running.
There was a lot of those kind of jokes. But, those are funny. I didn't at any time feel that, it had gone below into the toilet level like I've seen it do before,
Is it true that Sharon Stone was booked for the roast and then canceled?
Well, you know what? She's doing a movie, and they moved their movie schedule, so it wasn't, she couldn't get out of the movie, so, she apologized and all that stuff.
You believe she's actually doing a movie?
Well, that's what we were told.
I see. So there was
But that's what I was telling you, Howard. There are a lot, and it's often very...
She's loonier and shit. I would have had a great retort for her.
Yeah.
But Carrie Fisher was on there, and boy, was she funny.
Yeah, everyone seemed to do a good job. Everyone, from what I'm hearing about it and reading about it, it seems like it's going to be a good night.
But oftentimes, a lot of attractive women will back out.
Yeah. Well, why do attractive women back out? Because they think
they're afraid. They can't take it.
They can't take it. Yeah,
taking the retort is like the hardest thing on earth.
You're absolutely right, because Sharon Stone, who is known for her great beauty, people are going to take shots at her saying your beauty is faded, and they really don't have a sense of humor about it.
Well, Sharon can deliver a punchline, believe it or not, and I think she was very excited to be there. She was, but they just moved the schedule and she couldn't. So
is she a good friend of yours?
She's a good friend-ish.
Is it true that you and John Goodman have been signed to do another sitcom together?
Well, no. We did that pilot and they didn't like it.
Okay.
But, I suppose we could do that again anytime we wanted to, but, you have to question all that stuff. Plus, we're so damn old, but I'll tell you, the one we did, the one pilot, the week we worked together, it was just a blast. It's just a wonderful, wonderful, fun, great time.
When you talk about that menopause has killed your sex drive, are you joking, or are you saying that, like, you've completely dried up and you don't have sex with your man anymore?
Well, I'll do it once in a while, but I do try to get out of it.
You do? Because why? Because it's just, in other words, you look at a guy now and it's like, oh, why bother?
When you get old, you'll find out. I guess they got Viagra for old men, which that should be illegal. But,
right.
Your body
it's not
changes.
Fair.
Yeah, and, you're just kind of, Christ, you're too damn tired.
You dry up, right? I mean, in other words, it's hard to lubricate.
Jesus, Howard.
Come on, Roseanne. Let people know.
Well, yes, that is part of it, but that's just a symptom of it. The real problem is that, it's just, your get up and go just gets up and goes.
Well, maybe you should just save yourself for sex. Stop doing all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
I know that's kind of what my boyfriend suggests.
Does your boyfriend say to you, look, Roseanne, I have needs, and, try to do something. Blow me, do something for me. I mean, to just sort of dry up on him and not go anywhere with it. I mean, that is unfair to him, isn't it?
Well, I try to be a good girlfriend.
Right.
Christ, it's hard, I don't know. I'd rather have pie and just like sleep and try to fix the goddamn world.
If Willie Nelson isn't your running mate, who is?
My running mate is Cindy Sheehan.
And what is she, an actress?
Cindy Sheehan, hon, remember the woman who she lost her son Casey in Iraq, and she occupied George Bush down there in Crawford, Texas.
The Iraq War protester.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's your running mate. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, I've got the whole story now. Let's review.
Okay.
We first want to say she showed America that she can get past things and reunited with Tom Arnold for television's sake. She did it. She sat like Jesus. She sacrificed herself for you, so you should watch.
Actually, he had some great jokes, and he was real funny.
Yeah, well, that's. Did it bother you when he started to have real success? When he was in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was having a major career. Did it irk you in some way? Like, did you become? I don't want to say jealous, but just like, I don't want to see him do well.
Not at all. No, I'm the one who, remember, I'm the one who, took all the shots so that he did get famous. And, he just kind of turned into a monster at that point.
He did?
So, but I didn't begrudge the work I personally had done to get him.
How did he turn into a monster at that point?
Huh?
How did he turn into a monster at that point? Was he difficult to work with?
Oh, I don't know what he was like to work with, but he was impossible to be married to or live with.
Wow. And who has more money now? I would still think you have more money than Tom. But I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how much. He's done 50 movies. I don't know.
Do you think he might have more money than you?
Probably. That's the way shit goes, isn't it?
Well, you have to think, though, he had a couple of other marriages where he didn't sign prenups, remember?
Oh,
Is
that's
that right?
Yeah. He might be cleaned out, too.
Well, I don't know. I do wish him well. He told my boyfriend on the show, he said, whatever you do, stay with her. She's a horrible wife, but she makes an even worse ex-wife.
Right. Do you really wish him well? Seriously, if I gave you the power now to wish him well or to wish him ill, what would you wish him?
Of course, I wish everyone well.
You do?
Of course. Otherwise, I'd have all that hate inside me, and I'd be a miserable old bitch, and I'm not.
Right. Did you always know that your TV daughter was gay? Was that a shock to you?
Who, Sarah?
Sarah, yeah. I know Sarah now. I've been on her show.
Yes, I always knew she was gay because she liked Jodie Foster movies.
That's the sign, right? That's how you know.
I used to make fun of her. I'm like, come on, Jodie Foster. Especially after Jodie Foster did that one movie where she played the grand same here. That one where she couldn't even talk.
Nell.
Right, Nell, right.
Anybody who liked that movie, they were definitely they were undecided on their sexuality and their humanity.
Why was no one from your former huge hit sitcom on the roast? Do they not like you? Do they not get along with you? Why was Sarah not there? Why? I mean, Tom, of course, was a writer there, but aside from Tom, Sandra Bernhard. I'm trying to think who else was on the show. Tom Goodman. Where the hell was he?
John Goodman.
John Goodman, not Tom.
They were all asked, and people had other commitments, or they're, what it is, Howard. You know this, I think.
Okay.
Everybody's got a publicist.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're really Satan's hordes.
Yes.
They really do all, they're all like, it's all just image. And
do you have a publicist?
Yeah, but he's not like they are.
Well,
and everybody's like, you can't do that because you won't look this and that. I mean, obviously, my publicist doesn't give a shit what I do.
Right.
But,
I
think they stop them and they say, oh, you're going to get up there and you're going to get called names. People, again, Howard, you got to have a thick skin and, a good sense of humor about yourself to take the retort. And a lot of people in Hollywood, as you know, Howard, they don't have a sense of humor about themselves, and they're like overly sensitive,
right,
big whining fucking babies.
Right. No, you make a good point. I mean, it's a hard thing to take. So, okay.
You don't want to put yourself out there to just be knocked when you're trying real hard to get a job, and that's the other part of it, too. And why I asked Comedy Central, could we not, have people walking away feeling slimed?
Right.
So, they did a good job, and they let me bring in some new writers, and they got some new writers, and I noticed a few of them were women, and that's a big step up there for Comedy Central, and I was glad they did it. And I think they should continue looking at hiring more women writers.
Roseanne, should Romney have to release his tax returns?
Not only should he have to do that, yes, absolutely. He should give back every dime he stole from the American people. There'd be no problem in this country whatsoever. Everybody be living great.
And will you release your tax returns? I
No.
know there's a big call for no.
Hell no.
You won't do it.
Well, I mean, if I have to, I will. But I'm not stealing any federal money. And Romney, there's questions of that. But certainly, I've never even been within 5 feet of where they got all the money hidden over there in Washington.
You feel Romney stole from the American people?
I think he stole from God and the world. I think the guy's like the biggest friggin' thief that ever lived, and he's self-righteous about it on top of it.
Listen, Roseanne, you've said it all. You've said it all.
Not all.
Close to. All right, that's true. You got a little shy when it came to menopause and drying up.
Well, because I have grandsons, Howard.
Listen, they need to know about this. One day they're going to get old.
They're only 2 or 3.
They need to know about drying
when
up.
They were 5. My one grandson said to my boyfriend, he goes, "Why you want to have sex with an old lady like my granny?"
Yeah, that's nice. Way to throw you under the bus. Listen, it's great talking to you. Come see us when you're in New York.
Yeah, I really appreciate both of you. You're doing great, and thanks for having me.
All right, I love having you on.
Good to talk to
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye, Roseanne. That's Roseanne. I don't know if she's saying Roseanne Barr anymore. Maybe she went back to it. For a while, she wasn't Roseanne Barr.
Well, was she just a one-name person, Roseanne?
She went to. Remember when you went to Ophelia? That's where she got the idea. Yeah, go ahead. Roseanne Barr. Yeah, she's back.
She was Roseanne Barr.
All right, listen. For a while, it wasn't.
The TV show was Roseanne.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a time when Robin tried to change her name to Roseanne Quivers. Didn't fly.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
I'm Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey, and on Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about Warren Sapp, NFL legend. He came in here, he talked about a variety of things. He talked about what it's like to have sex and how he can't hold out that long. But then we talked about some football stuff, too. Had a great moment where he talked about what it's like to sack the quarterback. Anyway, here's what happened on the wrap-up show.
I want to start off with Warren Sapp. Gary, before he came in, I was talking about it's always great when Howard interviews a football player, a professional sports player, because he doesn't really follow it, yet you end up hearing more and learning more about the athlete than you ever knew before.
The thing that makes Howard great with athletes is because he doesn't know a lot about sports, there's no hero worship. So it's not, oh my God, Warren Sapp here. So Howard's like, oh, there's a football player here that people say is pretty good, and he seems very interesting. So there's none of that like, oh my God, I saw you when you were in Miami, I saw you in the Super Bowl. So all that shit goes out the window. So all the interviews you've heard Warren Sapp do, this one's already different.
Do you think Warren is an angry guy?
I thought that the interview was contentious in a funny way.
What do you mean?
I mean that there were times where Warren seemed irritated by Howard, but because Howard didn't seem to have his facts right, and I mean I never thought it was going to come to anything, but he was like he was sort of mixing it up with Howard, not taking any shit from him.
Yeah, and I thought that made him an interesting guest.
Absolutely.
But do you remember that draft when he was just plummeting in the NFL and eventually got picked by Tampa?
Vaguely. Who was the number 1 pick in that draft?
Oh God, I don't know. It was 95. I don't remember. Will, you should probably come down with that. But I do know. I know that's the year the Jets took Kyle Brady before Warren Sapp.
Yes, of course. But I do have a major.
John Carter. That's who it was.
I have a major connection with Warren. We were talking about today. He and I did Hollywood Squares together, and we spent the whole day together. And at the time, this had to be like 99, 2000 or something like that. And he gave me his cell phone number. He said, "I really want to do Howard Stern show." After we went to break, he got up and he said, "There's only 2 people I've ever wanted to be on this show. You and Letterman." And now I've done that. So he had given me his number, and I called him a bunch of times trying to get him on the show. It just never worked out.
I'm glad he came on today. Scott in Mississippi, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Good, Scott. What's on your mind?
It's kind of. I'm glad Gary brought up the bounty scandal with the New Orleans Saints with him because, for a guy that says that he had a conspiracy theory on his draft pick, he sure does, and how people make up evidence. He sure didn't have a whole lot of opinion on that whenever he brought it up.
Well, I brought it up, and he said that he had a source that told him that Jeremy Shockey was a whistleblower. That was it. What's the conspiracy theory?
Well, the fact that the NFL hadn't brought out any evidence against the Saints, except for like 200 pages that they claimed to have 5,000, and he just didn't have a whole lot of opinion on the bounty scandal in general. Just the fact that he had
we didn't ask him whether we thought it was wrong or right. He basically said, "I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I don't need $1,000 isn't going to make me hit a guy any harder."
Which I thought was interesting. Like that is why are people offended by it? Was it the hit to injure somebody?
Yeah, right. In other words, you're giving somebody money if you can knock somebody out of a game. And even though football is an incredibly violent game, and even though people get hurt all the time, to say that you're going out there, I mean, I guess you could say, I'm going out there and I'm going to, play my best day, but you can't say I'm going to go out there and,
But so the bounty wasn't just for a tackle, allegedly. It was for an actual injury?
It could be for a variety. If you knock a guy out.
If you knock somebody out of the game, you'd get X amount of dollars.
If a guy limps off the field, whatever it is, that sort of thing.
But, yeah, Warren made it very clear. He was like, look, the money's nothing at that point because they're all doing very well in the NFL. And I thought with Shockey, he said he had a source and that was it and kind of wanted to move off of that.
I will wonder, because Warren works for the NFL, right?
Right. Well, he
works for NFL Network now.
He was on NFL Network, and he's on a show on Showtime called Inside the NFL, which I believe the NFL controls pretty well too, right?
He's not on Inside the NFL anymore.
But I'm saying, when I brought it up, he said, I'm on the NFL Network. He goes, he said it when he was on the NFL Network, but he got thrown off the show he didn't say it on.
Right.
That's the show he got tossed off of. But I thought I thought there was a lot of very interesting insight into football today. He kept bringing up the point, like, I play for pleasure on Sunday. It's the other 6 days they pay me. He goes, I go out there, that's pleasure. And his description of what it's like to beat a tackle and get to the quarterback and put him down, I thought was amazing.
Did you think he was going to be a bigger guy? I guess you had met him before, though.
And I think when I met him, he was a bigger guy.
Yeah. Well, he said he came out of high school.
Down.
He was 225 in high school, and he was over 300 when he was playing pro.
Right.
I mean, but he said he's smaller, but he was fast, and that's really why he was such an exceptional.
Well, and he made the joke, which I don't think Howard got. He goes, I feel like I'm a big guy with a safety.
Safety, yeah.
Did you guys understand what he said? What he was saying that would have been a motivation for making up drug reports about him?
No, I don't think nobody understood what he had a conspiracy theory.
He said there was 2 new teams.
He said Jacksonville and Carolina were the expansion teams he was talking about.
Right.
And he said, but he never explained what the reason would be. Like
why would help someone if he wasn't?
Well, he said that there had to be an explanation why one of those teams didn't take him.
Right.
But I don't know who would be behind that. So does it mean that neither one of those teams wanted him, so they colluded to have him lower so it didn't look bad for them?
I couldn't figure it out. I mean, Jacksonville took Baselli and Carolina took Kerry Collins. So who knows? The bottom line is Tampa had a great draft, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl a few years later. Bobby in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, now. How are you guys?
Hey, Bobby.
This is like a recurring theme that I listen, avid listener. Howard always talks about kind of prematurely going. He can't hold his own sexually. And today Warren said the same thing. It baffles my mind that men that have been having sex for so long, still can't hold off. I don't know. It's weird to me that someone even like Warren, who's had so many people in his life, still will admit to something like premature ejaculation. It's just very odd. I wanted to know what you guys thought about that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I fall more into their category. And I do feel really immature about it, but then I guess there's a part of me that says I still get excited. And that's a good thing.
Right.
It's better than being not being able to, I would be much more embarrassed not to be able to get an erection.
I think when Dax and Bradley were in there, they talked about that too. Do you remember, Benji, who said that? Like, anybody who says they're going an hour, it's just not true.
Or I think Dax was saying that it's not like women, guys who don't understand women, that women don't want it that long.
I've heard women say, not porn women, but women that I know say, you don't want a guy fucking you for an hour. That's just ridiculous. And it's like, get on with it already.
But every time I think, okay, this is the time. This is the time I'm gonna make it last. I'm gonna and then.
Do you ever have one of those where you're just doing so well, and then as soon as you tell yourself you're doing well, that's the end of it?
Jeff in Pittsburgh, you're on the wrap-up show.
That's what I'm saying. That was a great interview. It was one of those interviews where you felt like 3 guys sitting around a kitchen table with a woman in the background being Robin. It just turned out to be a great interview, man.
Yeah, it was really good. And by the way, you really need to see it on Howard TV because Will came over and he'll attest to this. Some of the faces that Warren was making, there was one time where Howard was talking about something and he had this complete look of shock, and then he would have a look of anger. It was just he was making really funny faces.
Hey, it's Richie Wilson. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, there was a big discussion on who was omitted from my wedding invite list. A couple of guys from the radio side were a little pissed off. Lisa G wouldn't come down. And I think it all worked out well in the end because I defended myself and I explained why I cut those people off the list. So check it out.
And we're going to get into Richie Wilson's wedding list. Some people left off. Some people, well, only actually 4 or 5 left off, mostly everybody included. I think on this show, the only way, not the only way, but almost the only way you find out how someone really feels about you is when these situations occur.
Well, I got a question for Richie. Did you see this bit coming?
Oh, yeah. You knew it was inevitable.
Right.
And when you're in it, Richie, I mean, you said yourself, you're black and white. You know, this is how you stand. If someone doesn't like you, you want to know. And I'm sure you feel the same way. If you don't like somebody, you're going to let them know.
They know.
So did any of this come as a
I'll tell you
surprise
what,
to anybody today?
Richie does let people know,
Yes,
right?
he does.
Where there are
And
a lot of people here who
I mean,
don't.
with everything, if I like a restaurant, if I like a movie, if I like this, it's
different
yes
with
or no,
people.
but it's,
But
it's yes and no. I'm not going to
people are at restaurants.
but I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass or up anybody's ass and be smiling to their face and then not like them or talk shit behind their back.
I think that the one thing I would disagree with you about today is when you said it's black and white. It really isn't black and white. In other words, there's people that I like here, and there's people that I like more than others here. And the people that I don't like as much as others doesn't mean I don't like them. It just means I haven't gotten to know them as well. And so there's a lot. It's not black and white. I don't either love someone or hate someone. There is a middle ground.
There is. Okay, then there's like, indifferent, and don't like.
Well, no, there's like a little bit more. It's not like, indifferent, and hate.
But
I mean, it is to you,
okay,
maybe.
like Steve Brandano. I like Steve. I am very fond of Steve. But I think we have maybe 4 words a year to each other.
But okay,
you know what I mean?
but
So,
you
and I
got
like
to
Steve.
But you got to the point where there were 5 people.
Actually, no. There's more. There's more. Ralph's not on the list.
Is Tracy?
Millman, yes, because
Okay.
Rachel and Tracy hang out a lot off the air with Richard Christie's wife, and all those old girls. Those girls hang out.
I totally understand me being off the list. Totally get that. I was surprised at Will and Steve because it just seems a little glaring. But I think that having done this, it's always glaring when you leave somebody off.
Yeah, Will, you seem surprised in the sense that not that you were left off, but like Jason and other people were included.
Yeah, no, I did not expect to be invited to the wedding, but then when I saw that everybody else was invited, I go, okay, this is a message that he doesn't like you.
No, I like Will. There has to
Just
be
not enough to invite him.
Cutoff line at some point. Like, okay, why wasn't I invited to your wedding?
I invited probably 3 guys from Howard TV. I didn't invite anybody from our news department.
That's all he invited from your office. 3
What do you
guys.
mean?
He invited John, Jason,
Scott the engineer,
all the on-air people.
Tracy. Basically, all the people that his wife had a relationship. Did you invite anyone from the office that you wanted there?
Initially, the whole horseshoe, I was going to say no as a whole to.
What's a
The
horseshoe?
whole
The bullpen?
area. Yeah, no as a whole to.
Right.
And Rachel was like, listen, I want John there. I've had a relationship with John. John's a great guy. I want him there. And then I said, okay, anybody else? And she said, Jason. I email Jason a lot. Every time I see him, we have a great time together. I want Jason there. And I said, great.
Jason, good friends.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised by that too.
They every time she's up here, they
would
get
like
their little.
him?
They get like a little chatter group going. The two of them.
Rachel Fine, Richie Wilson. Yeah, no, I like her. She helps me out with the website. We talk dipping sauces all the time. She actually, I went to go see her last year sing in the city, and actually I think that made Richie and I better friends because then we found out we both watched the same TV shows, and you know.
And
so what's your relationship with Benji? Because Benji's always the wild card.
See, it's interesting. This is going to be fun. Benji got an invite without a +1. Benji got a solo invite.
because I date Rachel.
No, Benji, is that insulting to you in any way?
Well, yeah, because I have a girlfriend, and that's a serious girlfriend.
And I'll be honest about that.
You don't want? Is it specifically
I'll tell
you don't
exactly
want her
why.
there?
We had 3 interactions with Elisa. 2 of them were extremely unpleasant.
Well,
do you know about that?
Well, when I didn't get a +1,
And
I
we also don't
assumed
want
it
the
was a
Benji.
slight-
We don't want the Benji and Elisa show.
But Benji, did you know that there were 2 unpleasant interactions with your girlfriend and Rachel and Richie?
I don't know. If you want to, I don't know.
The first one was the night you brought her to Rick's to introduce her to a bunch of people, and she was very cold and rude to everybody there that night. And the second one was the Christmas party where she was just extremely rude to everybody.
Well, she was weird. I don't know that she was rude. She was odd.
No, but like when people said hello, it was oh hi and gave out like the like the bent hand.
Yeah, but
kiss
she
my-
was. I look at her. She was under the hypnotic shtick coma of
she
Benji.
was in shtick coma.
Well, I wasn't gonna make a big deal, but when I didn't get a +1, I wasn't gonna go because I took that as a intentional
And we
slight.
figured that you were not going to come.
That's the best invite ever. So invite him a bit, he won't come.
So it wasn't. So it was intentional.
No, but we figured we didn't want Elisa there. But we figured if we did that, Benji wasn't going to come. But we like Benji, and we wanted to invite Benji, but we knew.
But I think, I don't know, you're being very insulting to my girlfriend, who is a wonderful person. And if you don't like her, that's fine.
I'm just going by the interactions I've had. They've been unpleasant.
But you realize it's hard to split a couple up. In other words,
I know.
you would be insulted if you were invited and someone said they didn't want Rachel.
If Benji got invited and invited myself and not Rachel, I wouldn't go either.
All right. I do want to talk about one other thing, because the thing that I found most interesting this morning, like I said, I did not expect to be invited. When he said why Will wasn't invited, he had, I thought, a fairly reasonable explanation. Same for Steve. But Lisa G, flat out, you just don't like Lisa G.
No, she's a dud. Come on, you want somebody that was going to be fun, and we listen in the past, especially in the past few months, with the way she's been on the show, with her whole, she wants to be paid for everything. She just let.
But are you basing this on the show or a personal relationship?
Both. She leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Right, so you don't like her.
Yeah, pretty much, and she and she knows that. It's.
Does she? I got the impression when I saw her today that she might have learned it for the first time.
Oh no, she knows.
This came as a surprise to Lisa?
I think so. I went back to the office because I dropped off a piece of paper, and I just I said, "Were you surprised?" She's like, "A little."
Tim Sabian, are you offended that you're one of the few who are not invited to the Wilson Fine affair?
Well, Richie and I have known each other for a while, and I didn't really expect to be invited. I love Richie. I have no problems with him. I think we get along great, and we're just not. We don't hang out afterwards. If we hang out, it's comfortable. But we just don't spend a lot of time.
I will tell you this, Richie.
Like, I would invite Tim. If I spend more time with Tim, he'd be on there in a second.
By the way, I honestly
he's out of control.
think a lot of Richie's stuff. I think there's a lot of jealousy against my girlfriend. I think Rachel is threatened by my girlfriend and jealous.
Not at all.
And I like Rachel
and
a lot.
Not at all threatened or
Don't worry
jealous.
about it, Richie. Tim won't go anyway.
Two of the encounters I found jealousy, and one I found pleasant.
No, now we're doing the Benji shtick.
Steve,
I'm not going to get into that.
No, I'm telling you, girls are very jealous of my girlfriend because she's very hot, and it makes a lot of girls very jealous.
She is
Steve,
very hot.
I know you were wondering, why are you on this list?
I'll say this with people in this room, and I don't know how that goes, but I was not expecting to get invited to Richie's wedding, and what he said on the air is what I would expect. The problem is I know there's been contention with Gary in the past. Even Will, and there's been friction with Will and Richie, and I know that he doesn't like Lisa G. So with that math, that's what worries me, because then I'm either
you're the exception. You're
okay, but then by that,
understand your point. I understand your point.
Okay, all right. Because everybody else, like he said, if Lieberman's going and Scott and JD and blah blah blah. And
I mean, Lieberman's only been here for 9 months.
Yeah, so then I was just the guy that got left off, which it wouldn't be the first time. So
but I also interact with Lieberman a lot more, and Rob Martin I work with all the time, and I hang out.
You work with
Rob.
everyone here all the
time. But I hang out with Rob. I hang out with Rob. Rob and I are friends.
Look, when you say you hang out, where do you guys hang out? What would you do?
Drinking. We go out to bars. I set him up on a date with a friend of mine.
Wait, hold on, guys. Will, what do you want to say?
No, I was just going to say, you can be honest. If it's because you don't like me, I know you say you don't like Gary, then that's fine. But I just wish you would say that rather than...
Right, you say you would tell somebody, so I want you to tell them.
Will. I like you. I don't know what the problem is. I like you.
Well, we also heard the comment, too, that, it was very black and white.
Right,
and that's what worries me, too.
Not
how could that be?
If I like you, I don't like you. And I like you, Will. I don't. Right. I mean, I do. I like you a lot. and I mean, there was that one time where you may have thought I was being cold, and you called me out on it, and it really made me say, "Oh shit, maybe I was being a little off to Will," and I felt bad about it. All right, and I made a conscious effort not to, because I like you.
Did because you like Steve? Do people in different groups, if Steve's rank of if someone in the TV room, would they have to have the same? If they had the same rank
Howard
of
TV guys not invited to the
No. What I'm saying is,
who are the Howard TV guys?
Is the threshold of for Steve the same as someone in the Howard TV room, or do you have different?
But I also spend a lot more time with the Howard TV guys than I do with Steve.
So it is safe to say that you like me more than some of the guys that are invited that work for Howard TV.
No, Howard TV. A lot of Howard TV guys aren't invited. The only Howard
okay,
TV guys that are coming, like the guys I've been around
Is
with.
Phelan coming?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've known Phelan for 15
So
years.
Phelan and Ganji.
Exactly.
I think what Steve is saying is there anyone from the Howard TV room that you invited because you worked alongside them for so long that maybe you actually like Steve better?
No, there's nobody that got an invite just because I worked with them for a long time.
You don't like me then. That's
No,
what
I like Steve. No, everybody from Howard TV that I invited are people that I either have worked with for
It's cool,
years
it's cool.
or I've hung out with outside of work for a lot of.
I will give you one piece of small advice if you want to hear it. Just having been down this road myself, not inviting somebody as high a caliber as Tim, but inviting their right arm, which I'm assuming McClure's invited, right?
Because Liza
Big
and
mistake.
Rachel
I'm
are
just
very
saying,
good friends.
Big mistake. For whatever reason, I'm not. Sometimes there were people invited to my wedding that had to be invited. It's just the way life works.
But it's our wedding.
I got it with
It's
my wedding
our
too.
wedding.
No, I got it, and I'm
And
just
we should be
saying.
able to invite who we want.
You will, and you may pay the price for it down the road.
Okay.
One last question. How did Tabitha Stevens make the cut?
Exactly.
Because
That's
Tabitha and
insulting.
I have been friends for years. We email, we text. We're always in contact with each other.
Isn't it fun making lists, Richie?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
And I sympathize on that level.
You went
because
through
it's
this.
obnoxious, but, you know. And
Can I
then
give
the best part is a year from now, the list could be completely different.
That's right.
It changes
Exactly.
here.
And you know what? In 10 years, we'll probably look at those pictures and go, who the fuck is that person?
I did.
Why are they there?
I just celebrated
Exactly.
my 20th anniversary, and I turned around to Mary and I go, "What the fuck was her name?" And Mary's I couldn't remember, and I was like, "What was that guy's name?" Remember, we were such good friends with him and his girlfriend, and we couldn't remember their names.
Why isn't Steve Brandano in any of these photos?
20 years ago, you're going to look back at those photos and go, wow, remember when Jason was skinny? That's going to be scary. That's going to be scary. Hey, another tip. Tim writes a mean check. So, if there is an open spot.
But like, there must have been people you invited that you knew you had to invite when it comes to like family. You had to invite some. You're telling me.
Well,
that-
my family is very small. You can fit
Right,
me
but
in.
I'm saying
So
there's
that's fine.
cousins and aunts and uncles that you know this, right? You have to
100%.
invite them, and you invite them, and you're sitting there going, "I can't believe I have to have my fucking cousins from wherever." When there's a friend at work, I'd rather have, but that's just the way it goes.
I had a section of the room devoted to people I didn't want at my wedding. It was like 3 tables in the back left corner. If you were sitting there, that's like the Scott Salem section of the. No, I mean, not at my wedding, the Scott Salem section, but general.
Right.
We call the Scott Salem section the place where, the duds section.
Right, I know
yeah,
what you're saying.
I think
I
Janice's
was at
whole.
that table at Howard's wedding, right next to Scott Salem.
Oh, I know you guys were bitter about that. Who was at the table? Was you and Jason and Scott Salem?
No, not me. I had
No,
prime real
Jason
estate.
had a different table.
So who were you at the table? You and Scott Salem, Haji,
Phelan,
the kid
I
with
think.
one leg.
I don't even know if I want to get into names. We're at the table, but
Will
you
was
can
in a
definitely
different.
tell you're on the potpourri table.
Will was in a different restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Well then, thank
Ken,
you.
you're on the wrap-up show.
As far as Lisa's concerned, Richie, you couldn't have made a clearer statement. I mean, you said, Gary and I have had some run-ins. You said, Steve and I don't hang out. You said Will didn't invite me to his wedding, but you just flat out said, would you invite her?
When you're making a list, again, as somebody else speaking from experience, like what happens is, for me anyway, you go over and then you start looking for what are quote unquote the easier cuts. And, a guy like, Lisa G, where, hey, if you had an endless budget and an endless party, sure, she's on the list, but okay, you got to start making cuts.
I don't think she would be on Richie's list.
Well,
based
maybe
on
not.
What he said.
Yeah, like in other words, if the room were 250, Lisa and I still ain't coming, correct?
You would.
Wow.
See?
But
You know what I mean?
I feel
like,
honored and
place-
bad for Lisa.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
We should try and get
The
Lisa.
place
guys.
holds 150. We invited 200.
Right.
And we're hoping that a lot of people cancel, and they're actually coming.
Right.
So we could be seriously fucked.
Oh, we used to. My running joke was when you get the card back from somebody that's not coming, it's like ka-ching. It's
gold,
like you're
yeah.
making
Because
money.
we purposely invited people. Rachel has relatives in Australia and England, so they're the ones that we knew weren't going to come. So we had to invite
Are
them
they coming?
anyway, and now they're coming. We're like, oh shit.
Quick question. Like in the tournament, the basketball college tournament, it's last 4 in, last 4 out. So we're on that last 4 out list. So
Maybe.
I'm just trying to figure out where that line was. Who like, were you putting Jason and I together and saying, all right, one of these guys can't make it. Here's the upside and downside on both of them?
I wasn't doing that. I was just like, okay, is there anybody that we didn't invite? And Rachel's like, I like John and Jason a lot. And I was like, well, then it is everybody in that whole general bullpen area.
She said, fuck
then. And yeah, she said, fuck those guys. I hate them.
I mean, I was clearly, and I'm thrilled to be going. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. You're my
gonna
boy.
regret that
But, I got an email from Richie about 2 weeks ago saying, hey, man, what's your address? And I figured that it was for the wedding. So that just proves, I wasn't on the early draft of the wedding list. So that just proves I came in later. And by the way, I did crunch the numbers. Richie would have to get married in Giant Stadium for Lisa G to be invited to the wedding.
What did you guys think of Fred's reaction today when the save the date came up?
I understood what Howard was saying. And again, I think Fred reacted a little too quickly. If you get a save the date card, I would say that that's a really good shot that you're invited. So when he said, I don't know if I'm invited, he could have even said, I think Fred, if he would have said, I got to save the date card. And Howard goes, oh, and that would have been it. But he goes, well, I'm not sure if I'm invited. And Howard goes, well, you either got an invitation or you didn't. It's a miscommunication, and Howard loves to exploit that.
I have a feeling that Fred didn't know if the invitation came.
Well, it may not have.
Actually,
but it might have, and he might have not even known that Allison might have got it, never even mentioned it to him yet.
Before Richie even speaks, here's another thing, John. I don't know if you remember when you get married. Did you send your invitations out in waves?
I'm trying to remember.
Like first wave, you wait a week, you see what comes back. Second wave, I think we had a first wave and a second wave. Is my small recollection of that.
I think we sent them all out in one shot, like family and friends. But we had, like Richie was saying, we knew, or at least we thought, some people weren't going to come.
Right, I think we waited to make sure some people weren't going to come to send out the second wave. Is my vague recollection. You sent yours all out at once?
Well, a week apart. Not.
But why a week apart?
Just that we had to get those stinky heart stamps we had to buy more of and all that.
But it had nothing to do with
nothing like aid.
There was no hierarchy.
No. They all just. Fred, by the time he got to save the date and the invite was mailed, he moved, and that's what happened.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, within like a 3-month time span.
John and Glenhead, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello.
Hey, John.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Gary, it's John from the Vineyard.
Hey, John, what's up?
How are you? 2 quick points. Number one, I've been in the Mr. Munt's company many a times, Ronnie. I'm tired of people picking on him. He's such a gentleman and such a great guy. That's the one thing I want to pick on. And then the second thing is, Richie, how classless of a move to not invite Mrs. Jordana to the wedding and put poor Benji in this situation. And those of you that are friends with Mr. Wilson, you should really think about his character and what type of person he is, because I wouldn't want to be friends with a guy like that.
Wow. That's why you're not my friend.
No, I know, but it's...
John happens to be a nice guy, but I don't know why he's picking on you, man.
I don't care.
He doesn't like you.
That's fine.
I like you, John.
It probably would have been better to either all in on Benji or not at all.
You're right. You're 100% right. In hindsight, you're 100% right on that.
See, Richie and I agree on some stuff.
Yeah, we have moments.
Are you hurt?
He's awful quiet. He must be hurt.
No, it's kind of. I don't like when people take shots at my girlfriend. I think, like I said, it's out of jealousy. She's much hotter than the average girl here, and she's much more talented. And I think there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of fear of that.
There isn't, Benji, I'll tell you right now to your face. There isn't jealousy. When the night...
I'm jealous of her.
The night that we first met her at Rick's, Ronnie was there. Was a general consensus that she was not a nice person the night everybody met her.
Yeah, everybody thought she was a snot.
Exactly.
To be honest with you.
Because she doesn't lay all over you guys.
No.
Sorry, you know?
No, it wasn't lay all over. It was hello, I am. And it was an attitude.
And
it was an attitude
she's
back.
shy. She's
and
a little
then the next
shy.
night
She's
at the
a little
Christmas
quiet.
party, the next time at the Christmas party, which was discussed about on the air big time, that a lot of people had problems with her.
Well, I think you guys
if that's her way of coming across,
you
maybe
guys
she was
expect
shy.
a certain type of girl.
No.
She's a little bit classier, a little bit brighter, a little bit more talented, and that's what happened.
Then who? Then like my wife, as a for instance?
Than me.
Oh.
Okay. I understand.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do moving forward now? Are you going to invite anybody who's not invited?
Well, see,
are you
to me, that's even a more obnoxious slap in the face thing. Just more condescending to say, "Oh, Gary, here's your invite anyway."
Well, I mean, you could say,
would you take that as like, what the fuck? I'm an afterthought or something like that?
Listen, again, I'm not expecting.
No, I'm saying,
but it could if you came to me and you said, you know what, I thought about this, and we've had our differences in the past, but I would like to try to put it behind us. So I'd like to invite you. That I would understand. But if you just said, "Here's an invitation," it just came in the mail, that'd be
weird. Do you
weird.
want to know, Gary, the honest truth? It was 50-50 with you up until like the last second.
Yeah, I thought that
it wasn't a hard no right off the bat, like fuck him. No, it was 50-50 up to the last second.
When I knew the invites were going out, I thought it was if I was going to get invited at all, it was going to be Rachel's decision. Because I think,
she likes you
with
a
the
lot.
exception of pulling her chair away from her, I think we mostly get along
she
really
likes you a
well.
lot.
And I happen to like her a lot. And again, I don't want to insult you with this. I think that you have, since you guys got back together and got engaged and all that, I really think you've become a nicer person.
I've tried to be.
But I've actually seen
effort.
that.
I've made a conscious effort.
And when I
Thank you.
said you've
Thank
changed,
you for noticing it.
But I said when you've changed in the last, when I said you changed in the last 2 years, I really feel that. And by the way, just so you know, when Howard came back and said something on the air that day, and you said, "Oh, Gary must have clouded him at dinner," this is exactly how it went. Beth, the lovely, sweet Beth, who's the nicest person in the world, we're sitting at dinner, and she goes, "Oh my God!" She goes, "It's gonna be so much fun."
I heard about this. Yeah.
Did you get the invitation to Richie's wedding? And I go, "No." And she goes, oh. I said, I won't be getting an invitation. And she said, why not? I said, I don't think Richie likes me. I said, we don't get along that well. And that was it. I didn't say nobody likes Richie or anything like that.
Right when I came out the studio, people were like, whoa.
She was surprised to find that out. Beth was really surprised. Beth thinks everybody likes everybody.
Yeah.
Which is a good way to live life.
Yeah, it's a great attitude if you can have that. Now,
I got that attitude.
Oh, yeah. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Bobo's treasure trade, everything that Bobo went through to get his valuable items for his shrine, and how Sal shined. And speaking of Sal, he told us the genesis of Twat Raper and the difference between a legitimate rape parody song and an illegitimate rape parody song. Yes, you got to see that. Today's show, the main attraction, I guess, was Bobo and Bobo's treasure trade, the jingle that we can't get out of our heads. And so much went into this game, and a lot of different games were being played during it, but Bobo had no idea what was happening. He knew to bring in his stuff, but he didn't know that he was going to possibly get anything. That all came as news to him. But he was here extra early and prepared, and I think he had a good time doing what he did. Doug Goodstein, do you agree?
I think he did. I just, personally, I wish it was more destruction of his items, which we didn't really go there. You saw he wasn't going to part with that stuff. But the physical stuff was fantastic.
I'll tell you, the thing that surprised me the most was the Leroy Neiman poster. Like, I know it's his most treasured item, and he loves it. He wasn't going to give that up for anything. Like,
no,
I wonder
nothing.
if what Howard could have done. Maybe Howard could offer like a photo session or something like that.
No, I think if Howard said, "I'll give you everything."
Oh,
that
for the
probably
Neiman.
Yeah, that probably would have been about it.
But John, can I ask a quick question?
Sure, Steve.
Who is Leroy Neiman? Should I know him?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
He's a famous artist.
He
You
just
should
died.
definitely know.
And
him.
what does he have to do with Howard?
He did a painting for Howard back in the day for the show that Howard hung up in his place, and then Howard in turn gave it to Bobo.
Oh, Howard gave it to Bobo?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's got to be other people that did.
Which is funny because turns out Bobo destroyed it himself. He just that's what
He broke it in the car?
Yeah,
The poor guy.
Really? Yeah, the frame cracked.
Now, as things came up, the first thing offered to Bobo was Robin's bra, and I didn't think he was going to take it. The stunt was offered, and then a trivia question, and you could tell he wanted it, but I think he thought that was the whole game. Like, it would be the bra. And
Right.
once it clicked, and it takes a little while to click with Bobo, that there'd be more stuff coming, he jumped all over it. And that's where my pal over here came in to shine. Sal, congratulations. Will you not smoke that in here?
Sorry. Thank you.
Seriously, don't bring the electric cigarette in here.
I'm celebrating.
Celebrating what?
Painting my cock on Bobo's face.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That was one of the only,
painting Bobo's face with my cock.
That was one of only a few things that you did.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it.
And what did you enjoy the most? The painting, the pubic hair mustache with Richard?
I think everything was equal.
Really?
Yeah. These stunts are like my children. I don't discriminate. I like them all equally. So
yeah,
it worked out well.
I mean, everyone contributed a bunch of stunts, and I know
Yeah.
you had a ton of ideas with Richard on what to do with this.
It all happened so quickly yesterday in the meeting. Everything shifted gears real quick, and Howard said, "What if we can throw in some stunts as well?" And boom, we just started putting them together immediately.
Yeah. The only thing that was a bummer about the segment is that it only was those 3 stunts. I mean, we could have gone for 5 hours. There was
We really
so
could've.
many things, and there was no. I think Bubba would have gone for everything.
Like when Howard went
as long
for
as
the-
it was just the physical stunts. I mean, he went for it. I
Yeah,
mean,
when
how
Howard
much-
said the tickle chair, I'm like, oh, God, it's over. We could have done so much more. We were going to play the bongos on Bobo's head with our penises, Richard and myself. We had a lot more ideas.
Did Richard enjoy shaving you for the mustache?
Absolutely. I told him, I said, you need to be my shaver. He goes, you got it, buddy. I love to be your shaver.
Did he work the ass hair in, or did you guys...
He got a few of them. Definitely got a few of them. And that was pretty good. I loved when he went for the ass hair.
Do you feel gay at all? Like, I mean, you did very homosexual type stuff. I mean, you put your penis in a guy's face. You had
No.
the guy shaving your balls.
No,
Do you
not at
feel
all.
proud of yourself?
Absolutely. Do you?
Yeah.
You're the
I'm
one
proud of you.
running this cockamamie
No, I think
organization.
it's great. I'm proud of you.
We've been down
on
this
the
road
back.
so many
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
Doug. Clearly, Sal and Richard believe what they're doing is for the humor and funny, but not sexual in any kind of way.
Of course.
Ask any gay person if they got an erection from me doing it. It might be gay. All I heard was laughter. So it could be. If people want to perceive it as gay, sure. I'm not gay. I'm not going home today looking to suck a penis. I don't get. It's not like I'm going to go to some gay porn.
So when you're painting Bobo's nose with your penis, there's not any sense of arousal just because you're touching somebody else with it, and
probably just the opposite. Just the opposite. Here I am putting my penis on a man's nose. There's no way I'm going to get erect. If anything, it's kind of shriveling up a little bit. That's why I give it a good stretch on the pouch. And that kind of serves.
You know what's strange? I got to go back and check tape, but Scott DePace swears that something fell out of your pouch when you first pulled down your pants.
Really?
Is that possible? Do you have any schmegma or something in there?
No, it's clean as a whistle right now.
You sure?
Yeah, you want to come and smell it?
No, thank you.
Sal,
Let John do that.
While you're here, I'll do that during the break. While you're here, I wanted to ask you about.
Well, John, I'm over the age of 11. You sure you want to go down there?
We didn't get a chance to talk about your song yesterday.
Oh, Twat
I
Raper.
wanted you to come down, and you didn't come down. But congratulations.
Congratulations, Howard was repulsed by it.
Well, I think that's your goal sometimes.
It is. There's nothing better than shocking the shock jock. I think there's no greater form of admiration.
Where did you come up with that? Did you hear the real song and suddenly it just fit, or what? Yeah, tell me the genesis of Twat Raper.
I heard it on my my iPhone, when I was working out.
And how do you come up with the scenarios within the song? Is that just things that pop into your head? What happened? The different things you want to do to her, or
no? Look, like I said, boobs, lube, round, brown. Gets a little monotonous, a little after a while. Gets a little redundant. So you need to shake it up. You need to, you need to raise the bar.
Were you surprised by how Howard reacted to the song?
No, I didn't know which way he would go. I was actually glad that he said he was disgusted by it and played it versus just deleting it and ignoring it altogether. To me, that's a great accomplishment when he plays something out of disgust. It's fun. It's great. But by far, I'm not looking to rape her. I'm looking at as a, what is that called? Like the brothers do it to each other. Term of endearment. That's a term of endearment.
What do you mean the brothers do it?
You know how you can't say the N-word, but if you do say it, you say it as a term of endearment. That's the only time it's acceptable, which I understand. When I'm saying I want to rape Robin, it's not I really want to rape her. I don't want to commit an illegal act. I don't want to violate her. I want to consensually have mad, pussy-pounding, ass-bruising sex with her. And if you love somebody and you say that, it's not offensive. If you love somebody. If you don't, it's different. It was this is a legitimate twat rape song, not an illegitimate.
What would an illegitimate twat rape song be?
And just keep talking for the next 10 minutes. This is great.
An illegitimate twat rape song would be somebody who legitimately wants to rape somebody.
So you're saying that you don't want to rape Robin, of
course. Do you think I do?
No, but
of course not.
But I think you'd love to have sex with her.
Who wouldn't? I'd have sex with you at this point in my marriage.
What did you think of Robin's reaction to the song?
I was very impressed. I was hoping that she would be, slightly taken off, and I she was, but I liked it. It made me laugh my ass off. I just thought it was at the end. It was funny, when you in a typical average job, you don't take out your penis and make a clown nose on somebody, but it's funny. It works perfect in this environment.
Would you play it for your wife?
Yeah. I mean, there's no need to, but yeah.
All right.
I don't think she thinks anything by it, but I love the song. I thought it was great.
Well done. You should be proud.
Did you like it?
I did. I enjoyed it.
What'd you think, Doug?
I actually missed it.
Any song you do makes me laugh. You know
thanks.
that.
Thanks. I have to do a John Hines song then.
Then you have to do one of those. Teddy, let's take a break.
Kid Raper!
When we come back.
Kid Raper!
We'll talk more about
He's
Bobo's
gonna throw you in his trunk!
Treasure Trade. We'll move off of Twat Raper and back to the Treasure Trade. And Gary, I was saying before you came in that there were a lot of different games really going on during the segment.
Yes, and I was very, very nervous about this morning because this is one of those bits that, to take a phrase from Tim, had a lot of moving parts. And there were a lot of areas where it could have gone a lot of different ways. This also was the morning that Howard was coming off of America's Got Talent and had to work again. So I had a meeting yesterday with myself, Will, Doug, Richie Wilson. We all sat down and we went over everything a lot, and we tried to make it as easy as possible. I mean, Will did the bulk of the work, but I was so afraid. I was just praying for it to be 8:00 because I wanted this to be done and just go correctly.
Did you think Bobo would give up that Leroy Neiman poster for anything?
Yeah, he was very attached to that.
And the OJ mask he passed on basically, right? But he wanted your beekeeper mask.
He did.
Lost his
One thing I
eyebrows for that, right?
I was surprised that he passed. I know it's weird, but I was surprised that he passed on the tombstone because it's so one of a kind and it's so well known from the show. And off the record, we really wanted him to take it because we just wanted out of here. It was almost like garbage. We're like, please win it so we can get rid of it.
But did you know, like, why? Did you hear why he said he did?
Yeah, he said he thought it was.
It freaked him out,
thought it was
too.
freaky. But
Yeah.
he's like a tribble attached to Howard. He feels what Howard feels.
But not only, I don't think it only freaked. It just didn't just freak him out like as like a death kind of thing, but like the thought. Sorry, the thought of Howard dying.
Right.
Is so upsetting to him.
No, I get it. But Howard, if it freaks Howard out, it freaks Bobo out.
To me, the highlight of the whole bit, and I thought the bit was very strong, was when the guy called in at the end and criticized Bobo, as a fan, and Bobo immediately, commanded respect as he's got Sal's, paint from Sal's penis on his
part of
face.
that. Did you notice that he said, "What are you? Go back to your 9-to-5 job." What the fuck does that mean?
But he knew as opposed to his 12 to 8 job.
What does that? We were like, what does that mean? Like, decipher that.
Well, I think it means that I think that Bobo thinks that he's special as a super fan of the show. But his job is as regular as it gets. He's got like a 9-to-5 top job. There's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5
but
job.
maybe he meant like, because then he's successful. Isn't he sort of retired because he made a lot of money?
He's
and saved up?
semi-retired. Yeah, he retired from the post office, and he does.
He's a
teach
postal
class.
worker?
He was, yeah.
Oh my God, that explains everything.
I thought he gave defensive
He went
driving.
postal many years ago.
No, wait, I thought he was a defensive driving
That's what he does
instructor.
now.
I
I understand why he's semi-retired because he probably worked for the post office for 30 years. Right. He's probably on full pension, and so he can do a job where he doesn't have to work full time because the pension and a little part-time work makes it work.
Now, do you get sentimental about any of the stuff that he took? I know he got some carts, the tickle chair.
I got to tell you, the carts, they've been in my office for a while. I took them when we left K-Rock. And so I have 4 carts in my office. A Song of DeBella, Baldy Baldy, John with Ringo Starr, the Tarantella music, and a cart of when Jackson played football and the announcer announced it, Howard played it on the air. And I think I just grabbed those randomly on the last day, but I remember thinking, all right, John with Ringo, that's a big deal. That's iconic. Oh, and I have China singing her song. Oh. And so I had to give a couple up yesterday, and I was almost hoping he wouldn't take them because they actually mean something to me, although they're fucking useless.
And the tickle chair, I mean, that I was sad to see that go.
Well, again,
we look at that as it is sort of one of a kind, but it really is just like a Adirondack wood chair, and then you just could get straps.
That was we had a discussion because at one point we were thinking about putting the Robo Spanker up or the Wheel of Sex, right? And those are much more difficult to replace. So the tickle chair is easy to replace, but it is the one chair that all that stuff happened in, so it worked out well.
A lot of history. I mean, you go back, that probably has been featured on 50, 60
Who was the chick that I kept pouring water on? Was that
Nikki's?
Oh, no.
Nikki Ziering, I think it was.
She kept saying she wanted to drink water. I kept pouring it on her like a wet T-shirt.
There was a waitress who worked at the Penthouse Club that was the hottest one ever that you poured a ton of water on. And, God, to this day, the hottest chick ever in the history of the show. I mean, I would take the wooden planks that her vagina rested on
and twat rate them.
Yeah, I really would. I really would violate those things. She was
legitimately.
So hot. Yeah.
Stephen Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, Gary, what's happening? I just want to. Do you think Bobo's stuff's going to be worth a lot? All his memorabilia put together is going to be worth a lot of money one day when Howard retires?
I think I can answer this. You know, the charity that I work for, we're always talking about ways to raise money, right? So one of the guys that works there, he said, go into your attic. Like a lot of us worked in the record business. We have like old records or whatever. So I went into my closet. I have like the shirt from Howard's 40th birthday. I've got a jacket from Private Parts, a bunch of stuff. And I was going to put it up for auction for the charity. And I went online and looked, and it just didn't seem to be worth it. It didn't seem that it would generate enough money for me to part with it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would think some of the stuff, depending on how unique it is, I guess, and like I'm thinking the tickle chair. I know you said it's an Adirondack chair, but based on the history and fans of the show, I guess if they bid against each other, maybe then
I also think that Howard has to sort of legitimize it.
Yeah,
Howard
sign it.
And not only sign it, but
what
Howard says
today? What happened today gives the items huge legitimacy.
Right, that's right.
But I wonder, like, are you saying if in 25 years will Bobo be able to say, I've got the tickle chair from the Howard Stern show, and somebody's going to go, oh my God, that's worth a lot of money, or somebody's going to go, fucking, I don't care.
Probably both.
I think it's worth nothing because I think it's splintered on the LAE right now.
but it's still
I
the
think
chair.
that's coming out of the car.
Listen, it's like
no doubt.
it's like getting a piece of wood from Yankee Stadium. At the end of the day, it's a piece of wood.
I think he'll end up, and you'll have to check in 20 years. I think it'll be like $1 million collection or more.
I disagree.
Well, I asked him that when I did the Bobo Shrine tour.
Yeah, what does he think it's
And
worth?
I said, "What is this worth?" He goes, "Well, it's it's priceless to me." I said, "Well, put a price on it." He goes, "Oh, it's got to be in the millions."
But like any piece of memorabilia, any autograph, any other stuff, it's worth as much as somebody's willing to pay for it.
I mean, I guess an insurer would know, like, have some idea of.
Yeah, I don't think Bobo's collection is worth. It may not be worth $25,000.
What about definitely less than that? I mean, it's pretty much newspaper clippings and magazines and books.
Well, he's got some
the
autograph stuff
that is unique. I mean, there's lots of photos; those aren't worth shit. It's the stuff that's signed. The books, the stuff we gave him today, has some value. And
I laughed really hard. I was watching the piece that you guys put together that's going to run on TV, and he was even impressed that he's got a copy of a book that my mother signed, which made me laugh my ass off.
That's his number 2 most valuable thing.
Sal, what do you think of Bobo's passion? Because you're a passionate fan of the show, and of course you're part of the show now, but do you understand where he's coming from, why this stuff means so much to him, what he'd be willing to do to get some stuff from the show?
Everybody has their thing, and for Bobo, it's this show. I certainly get it. There was a show one time on MTV. What was it called? There was these people who were obsessed with certain bands and whatnot, and they had the most ridiculous things. There are people who collect locks of hair from rock stars and whatnot.
What about you before you worked on the show? Did you ever collect memorabilia from the show?
The only thing I have from the show is when I was a guest on it, you guys signed a book, which I still have, and Howard signed a Private Parts poster. That's it.
But you were never big into you're not one of those guys like, God, I'd really love to have the seat cushion.
No, I'm not a collector type of guy. I just don't collect stuff. It's not me. But I get it. I mean, Bobo's obsessed with the show. It's an obsession, and you know what? If it makes him happy, so be it. The guy's been listening for so long. He is a super fan. He got something good out of it. Like my cock hair on his face.
Dax Shepard is on Parenthood. Bradley Cooper's a
movie actor.
Movie star. Dax wrote a movie. He got everybody in it. Everyone except me.
Has he got his wife in it?
He's got
Kristen
his
Bell
girlfriend.
is in it.
Sorry. His girlfriend. Yeah, but he didn't get her naked.
He didn't?
No. It's a good movie. I saw it, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's getting good reviews.
Yeah, it's real good. It's fun. We'll talk to those guys about the movie business, what it costs to make a movie, because I'm thinking, a lot of people in the audience would like to make a movie. And it seems like Dax got it done for couple of bucks.
There's room now. They're not making that many movies. I think you could make a movie now and actually get it shown.
Seems like if you can make a movie real cheap, they'll let you make one. So we'll
and
find
show
out.
It.
What's cheap? Nowadays, I don't know. We got to talk to these guys.
Let's see what Dax makes these movies for.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break. We'll find out about the movie business in a minute. It'd be good for some people like Eric the Midget and Bobo. They're thinking of making a film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
They're collaborating.
Right. Yeah, they're writing. They're in the studio writing now. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Bradley. Hey. Welcome back, man. You don't look as nervous this time.
I was nervous last time. Was I? I can't remember.
Well, it was your first time,
But he made me feel comfortable.
Yeah, it was a good interview. I remember. It was pretty cool. So you're here with there's Dax.
The big man.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Not bad. Not bad. What's going on, Dax?
It's what time is it? 6:40.
Yeah.
You got a fucking camera right in my face.
Yeah. So that's exactly
how you doing?
A lot better being on this side of it. So
Would you wake up at 4 preparing for this?
Yeah, exactly, for this wonderful interview I'm doing. But hit and run.
Yes, sir. Hit and run.
That's what you're promoting?
You better believe I am.
And I'm sure
the shit out of it.
And I'm sure that's all you'll talk about today.
Yes, hit
That's
and run. If something didn't happen in so hit and run, you look great. There's no way I possibly look great. I know, I haven't received any makeup yet. We're actually cutting into my makeup time, and I'm going to look like shit on the... What's the name of the program we're doing? We're doing the Today Show. I'm going to look like shit on the Today Show all because of this interview. Which goes where? To your fucking blog or something?
Exactly.
Where does this thing go?
It's Howard TV, but I run it out of my basement.
maybe we give it a little...
We'll give you a little time.
little breakage.
All right. Now would be a good time to cut this up.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, fellas.
So doing Bradley first. He broke up with Renee Zellweger 2 days after his last appearance here.
Wait, so can I just say something, Howard? Here's the thing. He came here. He sat here. He knew it was over. So he's a big fan of the show. My question is, what's it like to do your show knowing that it's over, but you can't say it? That's what I really... Yeah, no, and knowing that he has to lie to you. I love that whole idea.
All right, Dax Shepard and Bradley Cooper in a movie together called Hit and Run. Both guys came in today. Look at this.
Hey, what's up, man?
Look at you dudes. Where's Dax? Duty or PP?
Oh, my.
What's it? Dax, what'd you take a dump?
Yeah.
Hey, man, we work here.
Not very professional.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Look at these two handsome fellas.
Oh, thank you.
Look at the movie stars. All right. I love it. I love it. That's what I love.
A television star and a movie star on
Well,
one couch.
hey, you're both in the same movie. Now, Dax, when you get Bradley Cooper to be in a movie,
Yes.
because you wrote this movie and you directed the movie.
Yes.
But Bradley's a tough guy to get because of the success of Hangover and all of that. His quote is very high.
Yes. Well,
so do you call in a favor?
I absolutely do. And let me just say,
are you guys personal friends?
Yeah, we've been friends for over a decade. Best friends, pretty much.
So how does that work? Do you ask him directly, or do you have to call his agent?
No, I ask him directly. In fact, I call him and I say, hey, I want to do a car chase movie. I want to write a role for you in the movie. What do you think about that? And he says, yeah, I would love to do that.
But Bradley, you have a quote.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Can you say no to Dax? Could you have?
I could have.
He has.
He has?
Yeah.
To what?
Yeah, the most recent movie I wrote that we were going to do together, he said, no, it's a little bit too much like Hangover for me, for my character. And I go, okay, I totally respect that. And we are no
and not
problem.
even for me, for the movie, too. I thought that it would, because it's not like The Hangover, but there's certain elements, and I think if I played it, it would do his movie a disservice.
So you hated the movie Dax wrote? And you
No,
didn't
I
want
loved
to
it.
be-
Actually, and it's going to
and
be
it
a
was the
great
same
movie.
character name, and no.
Was it weird that the movie was called Hangover 3?
And they go to Vietnam instead of
Yeah, right. No, but that is an uncomfortable position.
Zach and Ed said yes weirdly, though.
You know what, Howard?
They didn't think it was
They're
super
in it.
familiar. Yeah.
But seriously, I have friends who ask me to do favors. Some friends who all they ask of me is favors. Like they have no other relationship with me but to ask favors.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to say to a friend, no, I'm not going to be in your movie.
But here's the difference. It's a no-brainer because you know him. He's one of the smartest guys I know. He's one of the most talented guys I know.
I'm one of the most talented and smart guys you know.
I don't know you that well.
You know me well enough.
Well, you're
to
not
say that.
one of. You're the most. You're the smartest.
So it's he's actually doing me a favor, and it wound up being correct because it's a really you saw the movie.
I love the movie.
Yeah, I mean it's really good.
I saw it last night. I enjoyed it.
You watched it?
Yeah,
That's
I loved
so
it.
Flattering. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I thought it was great.
And did Beth like it? Did she swoon?
She didn't see it.
What?
She went out to a movie premiere.
Oh my God! Oh, great! What movie?
She went to see. What are you saying? She went to see a real movie? What are you saying?
She went to see a movie in a theater. No. She saw something with Gwyneth Paltrow and.
As long as it's not one of our competitors, the bicycle movie or the horror movie, then I'm
is
fine.
Gwyneth Paltrow in any of those movies?
She's in both those movies. No, I don't think she's in either of those.
Now it seemed to me you called. I went to.
I wanna acknowledge,
I went
though.
to Jimmy Kimmel's party. And it seemed to me you got the entire cast from Jimmy Kimmel's party. It was everybody who was at the party.
I wasn't at
except
the
for
party,
Bradley.
yeah.
Bradley was the only one not there.
Right. Well, I mean, I think the only person in the movie that was at that party is Kristen. So I also
Tom Arnold.
Yes. Well, you're right. You're
That's
dead
right. No, I went through it.
Yep. You're right.
Was this a party in Los Angeles?
At Kimmel's party for Stern.
That's
the big
okay.
party.
That's right.
I never heard about it.
Yes.
Oh, well, you'll come this year.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to come to the party. It is the party of the year.
It really is the party. It's
What happened
I've been
there?
to a few parties. Well, what's amazing is you see A-list celebrities tooling around a party, terrified to talk to him. It's just a really fun
I go to the
dynamic.
party and no one will talk to me.
It's like when
they all have fun.
It's a party in your honor.
Was it
that
for
no
your
one speaks
birthday,
to
or
you.
was it just
No, because I never go to L.A. Jimmy
Got
uses that as an excuse to have people over to his house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But it's a really great party.
It is
Even
a
you
fun
agree because
party.
you've never wanted that party, and both
I like
times
it.
you've left in a really great mood.
Bradley, you were in the movie The A-Team.
Yeah.
The A-Team was directed by a guy named Tony Scott.
No. Joe Carnahan directed the A-Team.
Why do I think Tony
why do you
Scott
think Tony
directed
Scott
that?
Because they produced it. The Scott brothers produced it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because the guy just killed himself.
I know. We just read about that.
Did you know this guy?
I met him once.
And he's Ridley Scott's brother.
Correct. He
And
directed,
he directed
Top Gun
yeah.
and
Top Gun.
True Romance.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would you kill yourself if you're a successful director? I could understand if you're not. But why? Why?
Yeah, this guy made it.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be stuff going on, obviously, that we don't
And
know
also,
about
we
yet.
don't know that he. I mean, is it confirmed that he killed
jumped
himself?
off a bridge.
He pulled his car over to the side of the road and left a suicide note.
I heard Bradley stole his
But
girlfriend.
did we know? No, I'm just.
Ocam's razor would suggest that he probably committed suicide.
Before we get into the movie and how because a lot of people in my audience want to make a movie, so we're going to get a lesson in that from you guys.
Great.
Because,
How did Dax learn to make movies?
Hey, don't act so shy. I wanted to say, Robin, I'm so flattered that you said that we were both your boyfriends, because when I was here last time, I saw you light up at the mention of Cooper's name, and I thought, boy, I wish he had that reaction to me, and now I feel like you did.
How do you
You're
pay?
right up there.
Let me get into this. How do you pay Bradley Cooper? In other words, you've got to negotiate with his agent, right? He agrees to do.
No,
We did it all. We just did it together, and then I told my agent, who's our agent now, and at the time still was our agent, that this is what's happening.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it a second.
And I want to be on record.
You told your agent this is what's happening?
Yes.
This is the fee we've talked about.
How much does it cost to make a movie like Hit and Run?
Well, I'm not exaggerating.
Don't fumble around. Don't be Mitt Romney. Come out with it. Come out with the truth.
All I'm going to say is it would take most people about $15 or $20 million to make the movie, because they don't have the cars. Those are all my real life cars. These are my real life friends who
a lot of stunts.
Tons of stunts that
Love
I
that.
did.
He did.
That I
you
did
know
all
that, right? He did
myself.
all the driving.
Impressive.
Thank you. So all those elements I brought to it, Kristen Bell, the cars, Bradley Cooper, that package is worth, at a minimum, at least $15 million. Now, I was able to get that done for a few $1 million, which is really...
So what do you offer Bradley? Let me be his agent. His agent probably wants to pull his hair out.
He has ownership. Like all the actors in the movie, we all share if the thing does well.
We get a piece of the action?
Yes.
But where
no
does the
little
money
taste.
come from?
No salary.
From the movie-going audience, Robin.
No, where does the money come to make?
The initial.
Yeah, to make the movie.
Oh, from an investor who says,
Did you go out and find this guy?
Yes. Well, my partner, Nate Tuck, who's a genius, he, in 5 days, found this guy who put money in a bank account. I thought we were getting involved with the mob or something. And the guy called me and said, let me deposit this money. I said, this doesn't feel right. We've never even met.
But isn't this a tremendous responsibility? Some guy puts up $15 million, whatever, a bunch of business guys, and all of a sudden they're depending on you to make them back their investment. I mean, I'd be scared.
You saw me 2 days after we wrapped. I don't know if you remember, but when Kristen and I visited you, we had just finished like 24 hours before that. And if you remember, I
thought you were bullshitting. I didn't know you really had a movie.
I suspected that you did think that.
A movie. I don't know what he's talking about.
Everyone's talking about projects at dinner, and I had to make one up.
And do you get Kristen? Do you get Kristen Bell is your fiance?
Yes, my lover.
You will not marry her until gay marriage is legal.
Yes,
smart move.
Right.
Where? Everywhere?
Well,
no, in California. Thank you for specifying that, Robin.
On Mars, it's got to be legal.
Very liberal
Why
on
did you
Mars.
just say you don't want to get married?
You know me. I would love to get married.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Do you think he will? Would you think his relationship with Kristen Bell is going to last forever?
I do.
I don't.
I mean, I don't know what forever
I don't.
means.
Oh, you're
Tell me
so
why. Tell me why.
Well, let's hear this theory.
Because he would marry her already.
Not true.
Not true.
Not
He's
true.
hesitating.
He's such a family guy. Are you kidding me? Have you been to his house?
He's such a family guy, but he won't marry his girlfriend.
Because they have this stipulation.
Bullshit.
Listen to me.
I had that stipulation too, but I got married.
No, Stern, listen to me. If we were around in the 60s and half my friends were black, I wouldn't have my fucking birthday party at the front of the bus.
I don't know what
that
you're
would
talking
be rude.
about.
I wouldn't have a party that my friends can enjoy. I'm not going to
admire
invite
that too.
half my gay friends to join me in celebrating a right that they don't have. That's just not... That's not the right way to throw a party.
I think you ought to marry her already. I don't care.
Okay.
I do.
Maybe I'll do it on the secret.
Bradley
you'll know.
will never get married. Let's face it. This guy, first of all, the last time Bradley Cooper was in my studio,
we talked about my marriage.
No, you were dating Renee Zellweger.
I've been married.
You were dating Renee Zellweger. 2 days later, after I point blank asked you.
He obviously wasn't dating her. He wouldn't tell us.
I said to him, how's it going?
Thank you for remembering, Robin.
I said to him,
he's saying all these things. He said, I'm never going to get married. I've been married. We talked about it for 20 minutes. And then he said I was dating Renee Zellweger, which we never talked about.
You would never do a Friends movie for free.
No.
Well, that's why we're here, Howard.
You were dating
It's
Renee.
like my mother. My mother only talks when she points.
That's right. I'm pointing at you now because I'm calling you out. You lied to me.
That is not true.
No, you did.
No, hold on a second. I did not lie to you.
Yes, you did.
Tell me how that happened.
I'll tell you how.
Okay.
I said to you, hey, Bradley, you're going out with Renee Zellweger. That sounds pretty interesting. What's up with that? How's that going? And you said, look, you gave the actor thing. I'm not there. I don't want to talk about it. But
he does my voice perfect. That was amazing.
Next time I'm going to have
no one's ever done me like that. That's amazing.
But you indicated that everything
Rich
was
Little over here.
But you indicated that everything was fine in the relationship.
No, I didn't. No,
You
what
did.
I said was, I mean, you guys have the tape, but I think that I don't talk. I will tell you anything I'll tell you about losing my virginity, my marriage, because that's. But I don't talk about.
He even
stuff
told
like
you
that.
what he made on The Hangover, which was
In a second.
Yeah, that was. I thought that was.
I don't even remember what you made on that.
You didn't even remember that I was married.
Yeah, I didn't even. You know what? I don't remember
You don't know
anything.
who the fuck I am.
You're revealing all this shit, and I'm like, hey, who is this guy? But
he thought you were great in Green Lantern.
You did a good job. You did a good job. No, but in all seriousness, you were broken up with Renee Zellweger, and the reason I say you'll never get married, you really are quite the bon vivant. You're a man about town. It is an incredible resume. Dax, is it not?
His working resume?
No, forget his work. I'm talking about the women.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's incredible. I'm going to review.
It's really, yeah. Let's get into it.
And by the way,
I'm still a little bit upset that you don't think I'm going to marry Kristen when you spent time
already.
bowling with us.
Well, marry her already.
You know what? That bowling thing I'm now realizing was bullshit. That was complete bullshit.
Listen to me.
If
I
anyone's
love
getting
her.
married, it's us.
I think she's beautiful.
Yes.
I think she's fun.
Do you not
smart.
see how much I love her when I'm in front of her? Do you not see the
Marry
love
her.
radiating?
Marry her
that?
already.
Wait, since when do you care about the state of California declaring we're truly in love? That's not your style. You're taking a position you can't even defend on this.
Is there something sexually holding you back from marrying her?
That's very
Do you feel
true.
she's not as giving in bed as you would like?
That's exactly it.
That's what I thought.
Exactly
That's what I said to my wife.
I said not until gays can marry and you open up fully to me. It's a two-part. It's definitely a two-part thing.
Let's get Bradley's resume.
Yeah, let's get that out.
Let's have people understand. After you broke up with Renee Zellweger,
You have any advice for Dax tonight? He's going to do Piers Morgan, and I know that you did his first show.
I did.
Yeah.
And how did you like that?
I enjoyed it.
I'm going to be on this evening.
On Piers Morgan?
Yes, for the first time. I'm going to go directly from here.
I enjoyed the show. I like Piers.
Yeah.
Did you feel like he was trying to get to some, uncover some...
Yes, he badly wanted to get me to...
Well, he was trying to fight with you.
Yeah, first he started out, he wanted to fight with me.
You were the first guest? Or the second guest? You
Second
were
guest.
Yeah,
Oprah was the first
guest,
guest,
right?
and then I was the second guest.
Right.
And what was
I haven't
his
been back
angle
since.
for fighting? How was he trying to antagonize you?
You say you're the king of all media. I'm the king of all media.
Which was ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't make...
I said, Piers, look, let me look at you. I'm 58 years fucking old. I mean, it's...
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm 58 years old. I said, Piers, I'm going to fight with you over who's the king of all media.
Well,
How retarded are you?
Yeah, the only guy on the planet that could sit across from you and even try to go down that road would be like Letterman or something. That would be
But
it.
who would fight about that?
Nobody.
And I said, Piers, with all due respect, you're starting your show. You haven't gotten one ratings book yet. You haven't had an overnight yet. You're claiming to be a king. Don't you have to kind of earn that?
Yeah, he's a squire holding the knight's sword at that point.
That's right.
Oh,
Thank you.
Gathering up the dogs.
I can see why you're a screenwriter.
Watering the horses and putting the saddle on.
That's
and
right.
Leathering.
I said to the guy, I said, listen, with all due respect, I mean, go on morning radio and get a couple of ratings books under your belt and see if you really are the king of all media. I like him though. I thought, And
do you think there's an heir apparent? I'm being serious right now. Do you think anyone will be you? Because I often think, who will be Stern when you
Well, I don't know.
Hold up in your beach house for the rest of your life? Who will?
Well, Piers
Is there
Morgan.
anyone?
Piers
You
Morgan.
think him?
Yeah. No,
Right.
I think that I am a unique conglomeration of my parents, growing up in a black neighborhood. All of those experiences have gone into what is so warped about me and so whacked about me. And there's so many neurotic impulses in me that how does someone become me unless they go? I couldn't be me unless I had all of those things.
Well, yeah, you couldn't even be you if you had to go back.
The thing about you that I've experienced, and I talked about incessantly after I was on here before. I don't know if you remember. And
I remember seeing you.
And was how and I hope this is a huge compliment. How kind your eyes are. So you can say the most biting things, but when the person's sitting there looking at you, you're doing it with no sort of anger.
No malice.
Well, your face,
honestly, though, there's no. I don't know if you used to have the malice, but
that's
it's gone now.
Sarah Silverman pointed that out just recently.
I don't have. You know what? In my family, words. My mother used to say words are meaningless. Now, believe it or not, they mean nothing to her, and she'd say everything was a joke. So nothing was done with malice. It was to get a laugh. You know, it was not meant to be hurtful. It was meant to be funny.
Well, and there are also going to be a lot of words. Because I grew up in a family where, words are all day long. And, you're going to hear 10 horrible things and 5 good things. And, none of them have any weight.
And they wash over you.
It's like, I remember reading Long Day. You ever read Long Day's Journey into Night?
I did, actually. I'm embarrassed to admit that.
But
yes.
that is like a perfect reflection of that.
I'm the only Philistine here.
Because that's exactly what they do. They just rip each other apart, and then they love each other. And that was
and
my...
then they go to sleep.
Howard,
right. You drink and go to bed.
No, it's like a Pinter play or something where it's all nonsense.
You also have the right, because you come from a place where you always talk about Beth. You're very proud of that. Like, I was listening to the Chris Martin interview that you did with him, and you guys both had excellent points. I could see why he doesn't want to be a product with his wife, and then I can see how you're so proud of Beth and you love celebrating her. And it's just two different points of view, and I could really empathize with both of them. So, because you're that way, you do have the right to grill me about why I don't just own up to Kristen. And
does she want to get married?
No, she feels the exact same way as me. She just doesn't want to. There's so few things that we could help maybe push forward a little bit, and this is one of them that we care about.
All right, fair enough. All right, let's get back to a couple of things. First of all, Bradley, by the way, and I do want
Brad
to talk
got you
about,
right off that list, Howard.
I'll get
Come
back
on,
to it.
Robin.
Well, I'd be proud of the fucking list. I mean, look at the women. But
Robin, you were going to land yourself on that list until that comment.
Bradley, did you play?
I kept texting her. She doesn't text me back.
Did you play the Elephant Man in a play?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the role I want.
Really?
Oh my God. Let me do it for you. Let me do it for you.
I remember. Wait, hold on, Howard. I remember when you were doing the thing about Jackson trying to buy his bones.
Yes.
And you were saying that you would do the best retarded person in a movie, and that it's so easy.
Yes.
And you said anybody can do it. It's faking.
Did you have to audition for the Elephant Man, or do you just get the part?
It wasn't actually. It was a summer theater festival in Williamstown, and we kind of put it together. It was my idea, so I got friends to come and do it with me.
I don't know how you played the Elephant Man, but can I do it for you?
Of course.
This is how I would do it. This is going to be
Let me get
it.
Do you mind if I take my pants off before you begin?
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Kindness is so beautiful. Thank you.
What do you think?
It's actually super good.
Let me see you do it.
No way.
Come on, man.
No, it doesn't work like that.
How did you do it?
I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing.
Did you put the voice on? Or?
Yeah.
Did you make a fucked up face? Did you makeup or
no
makeup?
No,
I don't need makeup.
No, Bernard.
I'd be like,
so beautiful.
What do you think?
You keep saying the same thing. What is it?
That's all I know. That's all you ever fucking
He's meeting the actress.
Give me some shit to say. I'll say it.
Is that an actual line from the play?
I don't know.
No, it should be, though.
It really sounds like the moral of the story. It's so beautiful.
Well, don't you remember the scene where the beautiful actress says to him, "Oh, you look so handsome," and he goes, "The truth." No, come on. How did you play it?
Okay, so the writer, Bernard Pomerantz, wrote the play. And in the preface of the play, it says you cannot use any prosthetic makeup, nothing.
I wouldn't use that.
Yeah. And so that's the contrivance of the play. You do whatever your interpretation of what Merrick would be.
Right.
So, look, the reason I became an actor is that movie. When I was 12 and I saw that movie, it blew me away.
Brilliant movie.
Oh my God! And I became like addicted to that movie, like how it made me feel, and so it was always stayed with me. And
did you watch it over and over?
Yeah, but not. I mean, maybe I watched it 10 times. I think.
Right.
And then that was enough. I mean, it wasn't the kind of thing you could keep watching.
So give me the.
So then when I always wanted to be an actor, and then when I was in grad school, I discovered the play, which I didn't even know there was a play.
Right.
And then I thought, I'd love to do it.
Sure.
And so, and they they were laughing at me like, "You're really going to try to do this?" And then I still remember we were doing a reading of it because you had to read it in front of people, and then they would decide whether you could do it. And then I just kind of like broke into a kind of not as good a version of what you just did. And I wish you could have coached me.
No, but I'm curious, like, because you're a good-looking dude. I mean, you come on and you've got to now be this grotesque figure, and you can't use a prosthetic. Right. You can't use makeup.
Right.
So what is the face? Do you twist your face?
Yeah.
And you put on
I'm
a
not
voice?
kidding. It's the idea of what you were doing, basically.
Let me see you do it.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Don't fuck with me.
Oh, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not going to do it.
Come on, let's go out and fight.
Have you guys seen the stage production of Danny DeVito's
Why
life
won't you
story
do it?
starring
Wait a
Manute
second.
Bol? Have you seen with
No.
Manute Bol in the lead as Danny DeVito? It's so good. Have you seen it, Coop? Oh
What is
my
this?
God. It's the Danny DeVito story,
Right.
and it's on Broadway.
And it has Manute
Manute Bol.
And Manute Bol is in the title character, Danny DeVito.
Perfect. Bradley, wait a minute.
The tallest man in the world.
I actually believe that.
But Bradley, why won't you?
You got good reviews, right?
Yeah.
Bradley, why won't you do the Elephant Man? Honestly.
It's
Maybe
it's a real cheat. You mean why won't I do it right now?
Yeah, why won't you?
Because it would. I mean, it sounds so cheap. It's so stupid.
Let me hear this actor stuff.
But it's not.
Go ahead.
It's not really, and I'm so not.
Look, I break into the Elephant. You tell me Elephant Man, I break into it.
Yeah.
Why won't you do it? There was some reason you won't. You know how to do it. You've done it.
Because it's like
you have to become the character.
No. It's like because he was a real guy, right? This guy Joseph Carey Merrick, and I kind of like. I love this guy. And,
right. So an homage.
It's not though. It's like, hey, look at this trick.
It's a parlor
That's
trick.
what it feels
So
like.
how does one get to see you do the Elephant Man?
You got to come to it.
He did it on the whole plane ride here. I just want to say. I think it has something to do with
Do you do the Elephant Man?
Yes, the whole ride.
Do you do it?
He kept ordering Diet Coke. I love a Diet Coke.
And it kept spilling down my shirt.
When is the laboratory going to be unoccupied?
You're worried about hurting the feelings of
Is it safe to move about the cabin?
You're worried about hurting the feelings of a dead Elephant Man?
No, it's not about him. I do recognize that he's not alive anymore.
Right, I mean, you don't know. But maybe you feel bad for other people who have elephantitis or something.
It's not that sort of
or elephants in Africa.
It's just I can't.
My guess, I believe that you take it very seriously, and it's something very dear to you, and you'd feel like you'd be cheapening it.
You don't want to do it as a
which
parlor
I think
trick.
is legit, right? You wouldn't see like Robert De Niro doing his Awakening character here.
I can do that one. Want
Let's
to see that?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is De Niro in Awakening.
You
ready?
You're gonna have to.
Wait a second. It's the same guy.
Wait, I didn't know De Niro was playing the Elephant Man in Awakening.
That's good.
Now do Daniel Day-Lewis in my left foot.
My left foot. Now here's my left foot. Here's my left foot. Honestly, I break right into it.
You're also doing Rocky Dennis from Mask right now.
How's that?
That's super good.
By the way,
that's when he gets frustrated.
It's how dexterous you are.
How's that, man?
He can't reach his pills.
By the
or
way, all
something.
three were great.
Let's go before we get to the movie.
They're a little similar, but
the movie, by the way, hey, come on, let's get this in. Bradley Cooper and Dak Shepard are in Hit and Run. It's a real fun movie. It's car chases. It's how do I describe it?
It's super funny. It's like if Smokey and the Bandit were updated, kind of.
Did you try to get your girlfriend naked in the movie at all? Because that would have sold a lot of tickets, my friend.
In all honesty,
she's
when
very sexy in the movie.
Yeah, she is sexy.
Yeah. She is. You can see why you're in love with her.
She's like a tough little customer in it. And when I was editing it, I did say to her, we probably should have done more of a sex scene, just because it's kind of a
scene in the motel when you guys are getting ready to go. That's very sexy when she's putting her
jeans
jeans
on, underwear
on.
and stuff.
Yeah, that is sexy.
Yeah.
But there is kind of a getaway vibe to it that I feel like. The only reason is not because
like
I wouldn't have
McQueen
done.
Getaway? You're saying
Yeah.
like
The only reason there's not a sex scene is because you meet the couple. They've already been in a 1.5-year relationship, so there's not that scene where.
Did you discuss with her showing titty?
We didn't even have that conversation.
She wouldn't show her titty?
I bet she would if I asked her to, but I
should have.
Yeah. Maybe when we're over, I'd rather just show you privately than.
When you're dating a hot chick, when you're engaged to a hot chick like your Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
How
Our
far,
guy's confused.
Have you seen her do love scenes in other movies?
Yeah, for sure.
How does that affect you?
It doesn't bother me.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it doesn't
then you'll
bother
never
me.
marry her.
But you and I.
Am I right, Bradley? Shouldn't it bother you?
No,
you
not
and I
necessarily.
differ on this. You've
I
said
go insane.
that Beth did like a commercial or something where some
She did
guy
a
was
sitcom. And the fucking guy's sticking his tongue down her throat. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm
Really?
out of this.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in the script?
No, he tried. I saw what he was up to.
But my favorite is
Cocksucker.
your story of Private Parts, though, the things you were getting away with. That's the best.
I had full bonage.
Oh, yeah, you talked about this.
Yes,
I did.
It's the funniest story
I made out with every girl in the movie,
and
including
you
Robin.
even suggested that you make out with some girl in the scene and it had absolutely nothing
No,
to do.
not in the script. I made out. I felt up titty. I was in a scene with Mary McCormick. She's pregnant. You know, they have one of those prosthetic the pregnancy thing. And I'm there, and I just come in. I'm like, "Hi, honey," and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, I dropped to my knees. I rub her belly. I started making out with her, and I grabbed her titty.
Well, you're improving, yeah.
And everyone was like, "Wow, you know, that was pretty good." I go, "Yeah, it was great. I'm a genius." But why not? Why not, man? That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Now, Bradley, when you date an actress and you see her making out and she's coming, I mean, if you really care about her, it's got to bother you on some level, or am I insane?
I can see where you feel that way for sure. I don't think that's a crazy thought, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't bother me. That's not how Kristen
Has she ever done a movie
operates.
where she's really going at it with a guy?
Well, she's on the show House of Lies, and yeah, she had many sex scenes this season.
And that doesn't bother you?
It really doesn't, because I know that that's not the kind of thing that's going to drive her wild. I'd be more nervous about her out to dinner with someone talking about musical theater. Now we're in trouble if she's doing that, you know, because that's something I actually can't do.
Do you envy Bradley in his approach to women? Love him and leave him. Do you envy that? He knows what he's doing.
I envy a lot of stuff about Cooper.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. You know when to get
Well,
out.
can I tell you the best quality about Cooper? And maybe you won't care, but this guy has a better grasp. I'm being honest than anybody I've ever met in my life. I'll
Better
call him
grasp
up
of
and
what?
I'll be
Pussy,
bitching.
you're talking.
Yeah, well,
Right.
yeah, he's a connoisseur of delicious pussy. Let's
is.
start by saying that. No, but he's incredibly honest. I'll call him up and I'll go, "Oh, Kristen's an asshole. She did this, this, and this," and he'll listen very patiently. At the
You go
end.
break up with her.
And no, that's never it.
Right.
He goes, "Wow, if that was happening to me, I guess I would feel like I'd be a little scared she was going to leave me, and then I would be kind of acting defensive." And he'll walk me through exactly what I'm doing.
'Cause he knows
And
how to
I'm
handle it.
holy shit. He really is. He is my therapist. So anyone I've ever been with should be so grateful he's in my
Bradley,
life.
what's the secret? Not to get too attached. Because if you do, then the party's over. Let's be honest. Let's call it the way it is.
Well, you have a lot of rules, right? No sleeping over.
He can't even
true?
talk. Will
No
somebody let him talk?
Thank you, Robin.
Dax is
phone
nervous. He's
numbers.
got a movie coming up.
No phone numbers.
Listen, you were with Renee Zellweger, who I think is sexy as hell. But the party didn't start with her. You went on to. Listen
party
to this.
didn't
No, it did not.
This is where you're going to get it all wrong. I can't wait for this. list.
Okay, here we go.
Gymnast.
Bradley,
It's always like
the reason for the split between you and Renee Zellweger was because you cheated on her with Jessica Biel.
Yeah. Bingo.
Right.
That's exactly it.
Is that, did you just make that up? Or is that literally
It's
written there?
right there.
That's
Oh,
great.
it's in black
right
and
there,
white.
man.
Good
If
for
it's there,
you.
it's true.
You lucky son of a gun.
Have you ever dated Jessica Biel?
No, not even close.
Really?
No.
How does that start? Because we have very good information.
No, you don't. When I was here, you said I was dating this girl who I played poker next to at a fundraiser.
Yeah, you also
And
said
then
that
I crossed
dated,
the street. Literally, I crossed the street with a gymnast once. Just randomly
Well,
paparazzi photo,
okay.
and you thought I was banging her.
Yeah, and he said that I was dating what's his name's ex-wife, Charlie Sheen's ex-wife.
He thought I fucked Scott Baio last time
Yeah,
I was
but that
here.
was
Well,
true.
listen to
I
this.
did fuck
Bradley
Scott Baio.
dated Avatar star Zoe Saldana. I like her.
They're in a movie together, and that's probably where that came
Well,
from.
hey, wait. Did you date her or not?
I don't like to talk.
Okay, so that's a yes.
ding, 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 ding.
She's got some body on her. But then, man, you'd think you'd stop the party there. Nope. Party keeps going.
Oh,
Listen
here
to
we
this.
go.
Scarlett Johansson.
No, never, no.
You're getting some really prime
This is
real
wonderful.
estate.
Let's not stop there. French
Are we
actress.
recording this? I want to remember this.
Yeah.
Bradley, French actress Melanie Laurent.
Ooh.
Is that true?
No.
No?
Not true at all.
Have you heard him speak French, though, on that topic?
Look at this. Kristen Bell.
Yeah, that's very true. That's
No.
true.
Listen to this. Actress Olivia Wilde.
No.
True?
Ooh,
No?
yeah.
All right.
That was in between Kristen and my ex-girlfriend Brie, wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay, you know what I heard? When you were shooting Hangover.
Right, the first one?
The second one, Thailand.
Yeah.
You're there, you go to a club with a bunch of the people, there's a stripper who shot a ping pong ball out of her pussy into your
my
mouth.
True story.
And you freaked, and I would too.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. That was
sorry. What happened there?
And didn't you then French kiss Jessica Biel with that ping pong ball in your mouth?
You probably wanted to sue somebody. I mean, that is outrageous.
Well, I'm the idiot who decided like it would be funny if Phil was pretending to catch it with his mouth.
Right.
And so I deserved it because then she put it right in my mouth.
And when that happened,
let me just wait. It didn't go in my mouth. What actually happened was it touched like my lower lip, but I still, that's enough.
You got paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would too. I'm terrible with germs.
It was like a bottle of peroxide down my mouth, gargling with it, spitting out.
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, that's what I did. I went back to the hotel. I got peroxide.
By then it's too late, though. All the pussy germs are in your mouth, aren't they?
I hope not. Oh, I got to wipe it. Initially, right away, I took a wipe it.
You start wiping with
and I kept asking Mr. Chow, Ken Jeong, I was like, is there anything, do you see anything?
So yeah, that's a scary thing.
Yes.
That would stay with me for a while.
I visited him in Thailand on that movie, and I had a similar experience where his friends took me to a strip club, and the owners of the strip club were trying to get me on stage, and it was this old woman. She's like, oh, come on stage, come on. And I go, oh, no, I can't. She go, oh, no. And she was making crying faces, and then I started feeling really guilty, and I got up to go on stage, and then his friends luckily pulled me back down. They got another guy. He went up on stage, sat in a chair. A stripper came out, put her leg up on a pole behind his head, and smacked pussy in his mouth. And everyone taking photos. And I was watching this going, oh, my God, I was almost in a photo with a pussy in my mouth. What would I have said to Kristen? She doesn't even want me in a strip club, much less eating a stranger's pussy on a stage
in front of everybody in the round.
Oh my God! It was like watching someone
poorly lit.
Like I almost got on a bus and didn't have the right amount of change, and then I got hit by another bus.
And there they don't light it romantically either. So it looks like you're in a hospital. There's huge lights.
Yes.
And you know that a woman is never going to believe that explanation.
Never.
That a pussy fell in your mouth.
Yes, exactly.
Honey, a pussy fell in my mouth.
What a coincidence! A cock fell in my mouth leaving the grocery store yesterday. And the people that had brought me were Cooper's friends. They were female, and the girls were like, "Oh, we would have explained it to her." And I'm like, "That would have only been gas on the fire," Really? No, I'm going to. Can I change the subject for a second?
Go ahead.
So, because I just want to talk about this now. When you grew up,
right? I never grew up.
Yeah, but driving, the idea of driving, were you a car driver?
No.
Yeah, me
I never
neither.
cared about driving. I almost flunked driver's ed. Everyone knew how to drive already.
Right.
I didn't know anything about
I didn't get
cars.
my license until I was 17.
Right.
Yeah, but like movies like Cannonball Run, when you watch Burt Reynolds, I mean, you were like, it is cool to drive a Camaro or
right, but I didn't know anything about it.
Right. This guy is like, when I showed up on this set, I mean, you should see the way this guy drives.
Yeah, there's a lot. The movie is about your driving, and you say you did all the stunts. I never saw driving like that in my life.
It's
crazy. There's
100%.
car chases, crazy, and you're saying you did it all yourself. There's no stunt man.
No. I did 100% of it. But even more impressive is Kristen actually rode with me through 100% of it. So when we jump other cars, she's really in the passenger seat, which I think that's more admirable
But
than
how
me
did
being a
you
dipshit.
learn to do that stuff?
I grew up in Detroit. I worked for GM for like 14 years, and I was into drag racing. Then
What is that car that you drive with the 700 horsepower?
That's my Lincoln Continental. It's a 1967 Lincoln Continental. That's my real life car.
Is that a big deal?
That's a big deal. That's the only Lincoln Continental like that. It's basically a NASCAR with a Lincoln body on it.
When you use a car like that in a movie, don't you have to get a double so that in case the car gets wrecked?
Good question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
we did have a second one, but it didn't have the cool engine and brakes and suspension, so it couldn't really do any of the stunts. So ultimately, I had to drive my own car in all the stunts with a high likelihood of totaling it. But by some miracle, we didn't ever crash anything.
You know what's weird about that, too? Like, whenever I used to see those Jackie Chan movies, and they go, oh, he did all his own stunts, and I went, who gives a shit? I don't care who does their own stunts. At the bottom line is no one believes it anyway.
Right.
So why risk your life?
Well, I wanted... That was
he
half the
loves it.
reason
I mean,
I
that's the
wanted
thing.
to
He
do
wanted
the
to make a
movie.
movie.
Like,
Yeah.
I grew up idolizing Steve McQueen and Burt Reynolds. Like, I wanted to drive in the movie. That's half the reason
And
I
if
made
you
it.
see those movies like Ronin and all these other movies, you know that the guys aren't really driving.
Yeah, it's like...
You know what I mean? So, but there's something for you as a viewer watching the movie, because it's not that you have these quick cuts cuts and it's Dax's face, and then there's this wide shot where you can't really see the driver.
Right.
You literally are having shots where it's him getting into the car and then doing these donuts and then skidding out, and you're watching he and Kristen do it.
That's true.
Which is kind of cool.
So the movie's like a throwback in the sense, like the Smokey and the Bandit, all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
Like
not-
guys driving around, everyone's trying to kill each other, and they're shooting and all that
and
kind of
it's
stuff.
not bullshit. It's like when you see the other car movies of recent times, it's all computer generated. Nothing in it is real. When it
Right.
gets to the action part, well, there's not one computer generated shot in our whole movie. It's everything is practical. It really happened. We really jump cars. We really fly around corners.
So to make
at
a movie like this, if anyone in my audience wants to make a movie, they need what? $15 million?
No.
What do they need?
I made this movie for $2 million.
No
How
kidding.
did you get insurance?
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's never really happened where a movie of this budget got a release
Ever.
like this.
$2 million.
But
That,
you
and
gotta
heard
have
that's-
insurance.
By the way, that's with $1 million worth of music in the movie.
Yeah,
We
by the
really
way, the
put
music
it-
is excellent.
It's insane. It's the best.
Excellent. I don't know. Yeah, you spent a lot. So you spent $1 million on the music. Like
And
Robin
about
says, how do you get insurance and all that other shit?
Well, you lie, Robin. You tell them you're bringing in some professionals to do all the driving, then you just straight do all the driving.
I see.
Yeah.
So you should be able to make a lot of money with this movie. You got big stars. You
Yeah.
got.
I can't put too fine a point on the fact that I would not have been able to make this movie without Bradley doing it. Like when you asking a friend a favor, I really did ask him.
If I
to-
was
a
Bradley, I
huge
would
favor.
never be your friend again.
I completely agree. I wouldn't be my friend.
No, I'm
either.
being serious. I mean, it's like
But it
putting
turns
him
out
in an
that-
incredibly uncomfortable position.
But Cooper's brilliant in the movie. He read the script. If it was a piece of shit, he would have said, "Hey, man."
No, he was very
I
funny.
love
You're
you.
very funny in the movie.
He's brilliant. That fight we have about him getting butt fucked in prison is one of my favorite scenes I've ever seen him in. He's so from the bottom of his heart talking about that.
You boys did a nice job on the movie. I recommend it to my audience. Are you going to get what they call like screens all over the place, or is it limited release?
Oh no, it's
a
wide
big
release
one.
on Wednesday. It comes out in 2 days on like 3,000.
Which is a
screens.
testament to the movie, because this little movie, these guys who have a lot of money and are going to put money into promoting it decided to buy it.
Let's get to the real point of this whole interview. How much money will the movie make? Let's get some predictions. Bradley, you first. Dax, keep quiet. Bradley, you make your prediction. How much will it make?
All in or opening weekend?
Opening weekend and then all in.
Oh my
I'm gonna go bold. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go 12 to 13.
Go
opening
ahead.
weekend, and I'm looking at 45 to 55.
Oh,
those are nice numbers.
Those are nice.
I really like those numbers.
Now, how much of the movie do you own?
I have no idea.
He doesn't
but let me
even
tell you
know.
something.
That's a lie.
But Howard, let me just
That's
say
a
one
lie,
thing.
just like you lied about Renee
Wait
Zellweger.
a second. Hold on.
How was it to fuck Renee Zellweger? Tell me now. What was it like the first time you went to Renee Zellweger?
How did you make the switch?
I don't know. I went crazy.
That wasn't your most.
Look at my eyes. Look how nice my eyes are. I'm so soft and gentle. Don't hit me.
That segue was a little bumpy, I gotta say. You really felt that transition.
When's the last time you spoke to Renee Zellweger?
That was like getting T-boned in an intersection.
So this is what this guy did,
Go
right?
ahead.
Because I come home. I'm obsessed with motorcycles.
What's that got to do with
Oh,
Renee
yeah,
Zellweger?
no, you'll like
I come home from doing your favorite play, The Elephant Man,
Right.
And in the garage is a Multistrada Ducati Pikes Peak motorcycle that he just gave me as a thank you for doing the movie.
Oh, you're damn right.
Now let me ask you: some guys go, "Oh, hey, thank you for the favor," but they kind of expect the favor.
Right.
I know you've experienced this.
Yes.
They almost feel like you owe it to them because of what you've been given in your life.
Right.
And it's always a weird thing. You're like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. This motherfucker.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was beautiful. He's the best gift giver. I don't know if he's given you a gift yet.
No,
but he's
I haven't
very
gotten a
thoughtful.
thing from him.
He's a very
Well,
thoughtful
I had
gift
my
giver.
shirt off at your pool for hours.
Oh, that was the gift. Oh, I didn't realize that was the gift.
Yeah, you have a mental image of my physique.
I was hoping your girlfriend would have her shirt off. She was covered up. You had your shirt
But
off.
he gave me this motorcycle, which is, an amazing gift.
Yeah, he got Bradley Cooper for a motorcycle. Of
Hey,
course he's going to
hey,
give you a
don't be
motorcycle.
so cynical,
Give me a fucking
you
break.
son of a bitch.
Hey, all I got to do is give this asshole a motorcycle. What are you going to do with that thing?
But let's be
Nothing.
serious.
You don't drive motorcycles. You
He
don't
drives
even
the
care
shit
about
out of them.
He doesn't
He's
give a
great.
shit about a
He
motorcycle.
loves them. He's obsessed.
Yeah,
and I
that's
got
what
him
he
the
told
best
you.
one. But if I called you and said, "Hey, I'm making a new movie with all of our," by the way, it's all of our friends in this
I'd
movie.
be furious with you.
You would love it.
No, I'd have to tell you no.
Okay.
You got to call his bluff in the next movie.
I'm going to.
It's all right. I don't want to be in it.
Well,
you would
yes,
do it.
You do.
$2 million budget, I don't do.
He could do the lead. Let's be
Well,
honest.
if you do an Elephant Man, I'll do it.
Ownership.
You could be the lead in the movie.
Oh, you're talking ownership.
Yes, we're talking ownership, and you won't have to sue me to get your ownership.
And what type of motorcycle do I get?
You name it.
So you sent over a motorcycle. That's very nice. That's
well,
very
it's,
nice.
it's just it's a really cool one that like we both love motorcycles and there wasn't many left.
It's funny to me because Billy Joel once told me a story about. I don't think he'll care if I tell this, but they were on tour together, Elton John and Billy Joel, and Elton is a great gift giver. So Billy decides he's got to give Elton something because Elton will give you a watch, he'll give you this, he'll give you that. So Billy's into motorcycles, old motorcycles. So he says, well, I'll give Elton an old motorcycle. So he has it delivered to the dressing room, this old motorcycle. Elton looks at it and he goes, what am I going to do with this? and Billy's like, oh, my goodness. And Billy goes, well, take it on tour with us and you'll display it. It'll be great. So Elton starts schlepping this motorcycle to every city they go. Every fucking city. And finally, he just was complaining about it. So he goes, oh, I got to carry the motorcycle. So Billy took it back, and that was the end of it. Yeah, he did him a favor and got rid of it.
Yeah, he got
That's
him
why I laugh when you sit in the motorcycle. Bradley's like, I like some cash.
Right.
I got bills to pay. What am I going to do with this piece of shit?
Lug around a motorcycle.
Like a motorcycle. Well, that's lovely, boys.
Well, the difference, though, between that story is that Elton John, he infamously has a shopping addiction. I'm very frugal, so for me to buy him anything, it's like, outside of lunch.
If Bradley is correct, and there's a $45 million take on this movie.
That would be humongous. That would
be
not
huge.
out of the realm of possibility. I'll tell you
what would Bradley get? If there's a $45 million box, he gets points on the gross, I assume, I hope.
Yes.
Since his agent didn't look over the deal.
Yeah.
All right. But so how much will Bradley get?
If it made 45, that would also mean we're going to make about 45 in ancillaries, right? In DVD, VOD, all those things, right? So now we're up to 90. So, I mean, honestly, he would probably make $1 million off of that.
That's it?
Well, look.
Out of 90 million, Bradley gets $1 million?
If it makes,
and
if
a
it,
motorcycle.
Listen, real quick, if a movie makes $45 million,
right.
That's what it made at the box office.
Right.
The exhibitor keeps half. So
that's right.
Right. So the distributor's
that's
taking
what I'm saying.
$22 million.
Yeah.
They spent $20 million to market it, so they got to recoup that. So now you're down to $2 million in the pot.
That's what I'm saying. Bradley's about to punch you.
Yeah, Bradley's paying.
Now wait a second.
Suddenly it's a fucking motorcycle. That's what I mean. So what is the point of making these movies? Okay, you had fun. You had all your friends. You get to drive your car. But what the hell is the bottom line?
There is no monetary bottom line. That's the answer.
Yeah, we did it.
There is no.
Yeah. So you're going to see nothing out of this,
right? And that's why I'm the luckiest guy in the world, because I fell into this thing called The Hangover. So it afforded me the ability to do my buddy's movies.
Hangover 2 made how much money?
I think it's the biggest grossing comedy of all time.
I think I have.
It's 1 and 2.
Hangover Part 2 made $254 million domestically and $581 million worldwide.
Yes,
Happy days are here again.
Yeah.
$600 million for a comedy. That's
an R-rated comedy.
Cooper is in the number 1, 2, and 3 biggest R-rated comedies.
So what's
of all
Cooper
time.
get on? What'd you get for 2?
$100
2,
million.
I got 5.
Oh.
You got $5 million.
Yeah.
Now what about 3?
15.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you got that.
No wonder you can't get married.
Dax is going to drive you crazy.
You were getting great pussy before the $15 million. Imagine now.
I'd fuck him now. I mean,
Dax, that ain't no motorbike. He got $15 million.
Yeah. He could buy a dealership.
Who are you dating now, Bradley? Come on, tell me what's going on.
Tell him,
Pussy.
Cooper. Tell him
Come on,
everything.
man.
Let's smell your hands, Cooper.
Let me smell your fingers.
Did I tell you what he said? I came in and he goes, so, Bradley, you did that piece of shit School the Actors Studio. When you went on there, did Lipton grab your hand and smell your fingers and say, what's it like to fuck Cameron Diaz? That's literally what you said to me.
That's right. Who are you? Why is it so secretive with who
it's
you're
not
seeing?
about being secretive. It's not
Why,
about
you got a couple going at once?
No, it's about, I'm not going to talk about that.
Do you date multiple women at once, or are you
well, that's what dating
This is a great question.
Are you dating now?
When we were on the way
relationship?
here, you said, God, I hope he asks if I date multiple women at the same time.
Bradley,
how long do you think it'll take before?
Bradley.
Maybe I have to ask him to ask
Bradley,
me
I'm
that
not
question.
asking you for names, bro. I'm saying to you, are you dating right now, or are you in a relationship right now? Complicated.
Isn't it? It always is.
Because the women you're dating don't know about the other women.
No.
What is it then? Why can't you even say if you're dating or in a relationship?
You know what? I can't say that. I am dating somebody.
You're
How about
dating,
that?
in other words, a one-on-one kind of
That's
thing.
correct.
You're not seeing multiple people.
That's correct.
Oh, my God. Wonder who it is. Gabby Douglas?
Who's that?
Gabby
Olympic star?
Douglas.
It's Betty White. Can I just say this? If I were Cooper and I were single, if I were Cooper and I were single, I would go to that Olympic camp. I would break into that Olympic camp. Because you know what kind of things are happening at that Olympic camp?
Wait a second, where is this?
In London. You know where the Olympians are sleeping.
Yeah, but they're not that hot.
No,
compared to what he
they're
gets.
not that hot.
Compared to what he
Have you been watching the volleyball players or anything?
He's dating fucking supermodels.
Well, they don't have bodies like that.
Yes, they do.
I watched the every frame of the Olympics, frame by frame.
Too
I watched.
muscular.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's different
Who you
events.
date? Where'd you meet her, on set?
That's it. I gave it to you.
Is
That's
she a
it.
movie actress?
You went. You
Is
said
she a
bro.
singer?
You went bro. I'm not talking about names.
Is she an actress or a singer?
You said
bro. Come on, bro.
You said
Bro.
That's what he said. He goes, bro.
Dude, bro.
He's cutting right to the chase.
Dude, bro. Come on, man.
Dude, man, bro.
You're in a relationship. How long you been seeing this broad?
That's all I'm going to say.
How presumptuous for you to think it was
a woman.
A woman.
That's true.
Ah.
You're probably dating a guy.
Yeah. You got it. Bakula.
Scott Bakula?
Scott Bakula.
You're dating Scott Bakula?
Yeah. Boy, they look great. They look great
Power
together.
couple.
They look so good together.
All right, I'm sick of you, too.
No! Don't be sick of us.
I'm not sick of you. Listen.
Okay.
Dax Shepard, who's a real funny guy. How's the TV show going?
Wonderful. I've been shooting for 3 or 4 weeks now.
So how many seasons are you in?
This is the 4th.
Parenthood.
Yep.
All right. Dax decided to write a movie. He went to Bradley, who is a good friend, and said, would you be in the movie? Bradley read the script. He loved it. And he said, okay, I get $15 million a film, but I'll do it for a fucking motorcycle.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. How many days were you on the set?
About 10, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10
now,
days.
when you were appalled that he's only going to make $1 million, you'd be so appalled when you find out what I'm going to make. And
I don't think he's
going to
see $1 million. I think if he sees $1 million, it's going to be a miracle.
Oh, he will. I think
the
he
way
will.
you're painting this thing, he's going to get the motorcycle and a thank you.
No. He's he'll get a nice chunk of money.
All right.
Yeah,
Don't
I
hold
feel
your
good
breath.
about that.
You do?
Yeah, I really do.
Well, it's a terrific movie. It really is.
It is a good movie.
It's really
I know,
good.
it really is a really good movie.
It's super original. Like you've never seen.
And let's talk about one thing. And let's say another thing. How fucking great is he in it?
Yeah, you do. You and
I mean,
Kristen
let's
do a
talk
great
about
job.
for a second.
Tom Arnold's real good.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
great,
God,
yeah.
he
and his
is
sister's in it. His sister's the cop's partner.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Tom Arnold is like True Lies good. Like
he's very good.
He is
True Lies
so
good. You're right.
brilliant. We had to test it like 8 or 9 times as you refine the movie before it gets released and whatnot. And every time, Tom Arnold, favorite character. Everyone loves him. He's
Why
so
do you have
hysterical.
Jason Bateman's great in it. Sean Hayes.
Yeah, Sean
And the
Hayes.
guy who plays Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
he's
Rosenbaum.
great.
He's
Rosenbaum.
amazing, Michael Rosenbaum.
Really good.
He
yeah.
is good.
What? Why do you, Dax?
Kristen
why do,
Chenoweth. We've left one person. I just wanted to throw that.
Dax, why do you have your shirt off in almost every scene? Do you think you're that
you're
hot?
so full of shit. I do not know. I'm overweight in it. First and foremost.
Yeah, you got a little bit of belly.
I do. I
Yeah,
totally
I'm
have
like,
a
what's with
belly.
this guy keeping his shirt off?
It's not me showing off. That's for sure. I even
wow.
talked about it with Coop. I go, I'm looking a little heavy. I got my hands full with all this directing.
Because one scene you're on your
should
side,
have had the
you got
When in Rome
titty.
poster.
I do.
You have titty.
You should have had the When in Rome poster just sort of
in the
behind-
background to remind people.
Well,
what
I
used to look like.
love the movie. You guys did a great job with it. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You can see Bradley Cooper and Dax Shepard in Hit and Run. Robin, I know you'll be there.
I'll be there.
You're a fan of Bradley's.
Of course I am.
You would go out with him, right?
Sure, in a minute.
In a minute.
Thank you.
That's so flattering.
Legs akimbo.
Who has not had a crush on Robin from day one?
That's right.
True statement.
All of us have fantasized about
Well, you can't have her.
Robin.
For more
Sometimes when I'm
information-
laying with my future bride, Kristen, I just picture.
Yeah, how's your,
Who's the other guy in the movie?
how long you been
Jess
with?
Rowland?
Jess Rowland's also in it, who's fantastic.
No one
He's
cares about
amazing.
him.
Okay.
Back
to
how do you how's your sex life with Kristen going? How long you been going out with her?
5 years.
How is it?
How is it?
Yeah.
It's good. I'm a guy, so I could do it more, but it's very
You wear a rubber?
great. Fuck no. Do I wear a rubber?
Yeah.
Come on.
So what do? You pull out?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm
Shoot
weird
it
because
all
I
over
wear
the-
a rubber.
That is weird.
still?
Yeah, I
But
don't want to
don't
have a
you say-
baby.
I think you said that you were doing that for more of a sustaining to make it last longer. Isn't that part of it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I come fast even with a rubber on.
Right.
Got it.
That's great.
And I'm 58.
That's so great.
That's crazy,
That's,
right?
that you're
That's
so
good.
virile. That's
How
what
long
that
can
is.
you hold out without a rubber? First
Now,
you and then Brad.
not nearly as long as Cooper, but I can hold out for
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Wow.
In the 10 minutes. But listen,
I'm like 1 minute with a rubber on.
I wasn't
Is that
like
true?
that.
Yeah.
The first time I had sex, literally, 4 pumps and then faking it for another 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, but I've been having sex for a long time and I still can't hold out.
Well, your wife is inordinately hot.
That's
yeah,
right.
no one would
She
be
turns me
lasting
on.
more than
I can't last
30,
a long
40
time.
seconds.
That's a great thing, though, in a lot of ways.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But what is the,
And also,
but what
can I
is the
just-
secret
can
to
I add-
holding out?
Can I add one thing? That's such a misunderstanding that women want to be fucked for an hour. Can I just say that now that
yeah,
I'm
but they'd like to be
older-
fucked for 3 minutes.
That would be nice. Yeah,
You know, I mean, that's what I'm going for.
3 minutes. But dudes that are walking around like, I don't come for an hour. I think your wife hates you.
Yeah,
There's
no, that's
smoke billowing
It's almost
out
an
of her
insult to
pussy.
the woman.
yeah, that takes an hour.
So
to
what do
get
you
up.
use for birth control?
Pull-out method.
Really?
Yeah.
And you've never?
I've never had a pregnancy scare. It's suspicious.
Maybe
even.
I could do that.
You could do it.
But
Absolutely.
what about? Isn't there droplets that come out?
Pre-cum? I don't have pre-cum.
But don't you think the older you get, the less that happens?
I don't think so.
Do you
no.
have a lot of pre-cum?
I don't know. I don't.
Well, when
I
you're
don't,
jerking off by yourself, do you notice there's some
No.
seminal fluid prior
No.
to your ejaculate?
No, and I jerk off a lot.
You know who we should ask about this?
So
We
I don't have it either. But guys who have pre-cum, they know they have pre-cum when they're jerking off.
We should ask Todd Aiken about this.
What do you mean?
And see what he says. The guy who says women have a way of shutting down
Right there,
pregnancies they don't want.
You don't even want to get.
He's an ejaculate specialist.
You don't wear rubber either with your girlfriend?
No, with the girlfriend? No, I wouldn't with a girlfriend.
No.
But it depends. It depends.
So what if you knock her up?
We're on an anti-safe sex campaign, Coop and I. We're the only two celebrities that have signed on to this campaign.
Bradley, you never got a girl pregnant?
No.
All the years of pulling out?
Nope. Wait,
is wrong
I
with-
didn't say I never use a rubber. You said with a girlfriend.
With a girlfriend?
Yeah.
But what if you get pregnant?
Listen, I've not worn rubbers with a lot of strangers. I want to be honest about this.
Wow.
You know?
The current girl,
When you were single,
the current girl you're with now, condom or no?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Howard, when you were single between divorce and Beth,
yeah,
and you were banging strangers, were you wearing a condom every time?
Every time.
Really? Because you're crazy.
I love
What
condoms.
kind do you use?
Liar. He doesn't use them.
Yeah, Durex.
Durex. Do you find that that's got the thinnest, most sensitive? Yeah. Why don't you use? You should use a thicker condom. That'll help.
No, then it
Why
shuts
don't
me
you
down.
put 2 or 3 on?
Then it shuts me down.
Like you
Shuts me
can't get
down.
aroused, or
Well, no, I
You
get
don't feel
aroused, but I don't feel anything. It's like, what am I doing here?
Right. But why don't you try that to go past the 3-minute marker?
Oh yeah, I have.
You have. It's no good.
so not enjoyable.
No, you found the one that works for you.
I don't even feel like I'm wearing anything.
You're still wearing condoms. This boggles my mind.
Why does that bother everybody?
Because why would
But
you want
I don't
something
want a
between-
baby.
Yeah, you can control that though, Howard.
But what if there's an accident?
There's 2 super duper consistent methods. One is you could find out when she's ovulating. You can't get her pregnant when she's not ovulating. So
Who can
you've
tell
got
with
3.
Beth?
Well, you make her piss on a stick in the morning.
I don't know when she's ovulating.
Well, we'll find out.
How do you know she even knows when she's ovulating?
We're going to have her pee on sticks going forward.
All right.
All right, and we're going to know 3 weeks of the month you're clear to shoot it if you want. You don't even have to pull out.
Wait a second. You mean to tell me, Bradley, you're with a girl. Let's say okay, it's the beginning of the relationship. You've been dating, 3 months. You don't know you're going to want to marry this girl, be tied to her for the rest of your life. You're going in without a rubber?
No, that's not true.
Well, yes, you make her your girlfriend. All of a sudden, you're in without a rubber.
We didn't say when along the line of that.
You wait a year?
And also, you're assuming that the girls aren't on the pill, which a lot of these floozies that he dates are popping pills like
But he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know if they're really taking the pill. Everybody wants Bradley Cooper's baby.
Well, they'd be foolish not to want it. Look at those blue eyes. Who doesn't want to look in their baby's eyes and see those suckers?
You don't think you could get tricked? Do girls?
If I couldn't get Kristen pregnant, I would ask him for his semen. I swear to God. If I had to ask a friend for their semen.
Do girls try to trick you into getting them pregnant?
No, of course not.
Have you ever found holes poked in your condoms in the trash can afterwards?
Well, that's
post-coital?
true.
Yeah. Have you ever
Why save
inspected
all of them?
Okay.
All right, listen. I don't know what's going on. Warren Sapp is here, so I got to throw you guys out.
Okay.
All right, look, guys. See Bradley Cooper and Dax Shepard in Hit and Run. Also, for more information, go to hitandrunmovie.com.
Yes.
That's the place to hang out.
Great website.
And that's it. All right, boys.
Thanks for having
Good luck
us.
with the
Thanks,
movie.
Howard.
Great having you here. Come back and see me. And
Love to.
Whatever. All right. We'll be back right after these words.
Dax.
Yes.
Being such a super fan, what does it mean to get the nod of
approval from Howard about your
the movie?
Yeah, I mean,
it's
you put all the work
everything.
into
It's everything because I love his taste in movies, and when we sent it to him, I'm like, oh my god, please, please, please like it. So yeah, the fact that he loved it is incredible.
And on a personal level, and being such a super fan,
yeah,
it would hurt if he didn't like your movie.
It would hurt. Yeah, it'd be a real bummer. But luckily, he liked it.
Based on his impromptu performances, of Elephant Man.
Well, I'm definitely going to offer him the lead role in the next movie I make. There's no after seeing the Elephant Man. In fact, I'm gonna retrofit the character. Was written as a normal, cool guy, and now I'm gonna make him with tons of deformities and mental challenges.
And that'll give you some time to convince him to stop using rubbers.
Well, yeah, we got to get him off these rubbers. It's ridiculous. It's gonna kill him.
What's your theory on that? Why is he doing that?
Like I said on air, I think he's trying to last longer to please the woman he loves. It's very respectable.
Bradley, real quick, can I talk to you on the way out? Yeah. You mentioned after your last interview, right this way. Man.
Okay, I can do that. Let's roll.
Bradley, after your first appearance, you looked into his eyes. You saw something. What was that?
Kindness.
Unexpected kindness.
Unadulterated kindness.
You got to hit that button on the left. Yeah. All right, fellas. Thank you.
See ya.
Good luck.